fun of each other. We don't bully each other. We respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
We also value each other's opinions as well. We never put
Putting a lot
anybody
of words
down.
in my mouth.
Listen, this is who we are. This is what we do. Learn to understand this. All right. Now that
I
that's
don't
out
know
of the way,
how.
gentlemen, how are we all doing? Kevin, I know you're not actually in here, but obviously you
I
are
will be.
present.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
in a
stay in the
found a
game
save
if you
room.
want.
I found a save room.
All right.
Kevin refuses. Desunoda will
Okay.
be here shortly, he said. He's just a little bit late.
As usual.
Oh wow! Remember
All
how you
right.
just said no?
We respect opinions. It's not an opinion. That's a fact. He's laying
That's
down
a
the
fact,
law.
yeah.
So we don't
That's a
respect
fact.
facts. All right, all right.
Desunodo is always late. He's never once shown up on time. Except that one time where we were all like, "What are you doing here?" Remember
Wasn't there
that?
one time that like he started the party?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. We're like, "What is happening? Who are you?"
It's like I'm Desunoto. What do you mean? We're like, no, you're not.
You're an imposter.
I'm Desunodo.
You're a scum who kills for money.
He's Desunodo.
He should have come to the party and be like, I'm a guy.
No, no,
I'm a
no,
We
guy.
need to bring that
no.
back.
No, we don't. We really don't. We
Of course
really,
we do.
really don't.
Of course you do. What do you mean? We really
We don't need to
Of course
bring
we do.
anything back to the model. We can keep that buried in the past.
We need to bring it back, like Republicans.
Kevin?
Ooh, I like that hot take. I like that hot take.
Kevin, no.
Now, what does he mean? What does he mean by bringing Republicans back? Does he mean that he wants to see them win the midterms? Or does he mean that he wants to see real Republicans come back and not Trumpists? The world may never know.
I'm leaning towards
No,
the second one.
Yeah, you
I would.
probably should be.
I like the second one. The second one sounds cool. I'd like to see that.
I disagree.
I'd like to see the second one.
I don't think any political party should exist.
I don't think anything
Ooh.
politics should be allowed
Maybe
to live.
we should all just live in a society without money and be happy together.
Nah.
That's crafting a chat.
We're society.
I was gonna do a Joker reference, but nobody here would have got it, so I stopped myself.
Only if
Good.
Desunoto was here. Then.
Only if Desunoto was here, he would have been like, "Hot diggity dog, Adam, you're such a talented, beautiful man." He might not have said that, but you know.
He would say that. It's okay. He would say
You
more
don't
than
have
that.
to
He'd say,
lie.
Adam, I would love to get down and do some dirty
And
with
boogie.
you.
Don't stop it.
Don't stop it. All right, I won't stop it. Don't worry. I'll keep it going. Gentlemen, how we all doing though? How we all feeling?
I'm feeling like $110 and 62 cents.
Good. I don't know why the 62
For
cents.
inflation, that's
I don't
pretty
know
low.
what any of that means. Ooh. Also, I'm doing pretty good so far today. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
It's been a pretty good day for Kevin so far. Don't worry, you'll hear all about how good of a day Kevin's had. I've almost platinumed the game I just bought today.
Cannot wait to hear about it. I cannot wait.
I think you can. I believe in you.
No, I what? I can't wait. I want to hear about it. I definitely want to hear about it.
Bad news. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to wait.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting right now. Should keep putting it off.
All right.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Kevin brings up a good point.
How you feeling?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I went to my final dentist appointment of the year, so pretty happy about that.
That's good.
Don't
That's
have to go back till March, unless something changes.
Like if you get slammed in the jaw by an activist and all of a sudden now you have a lot more dental work to do because he knocked 3 of your teeth out, but then you got back up and you slugged him in the stomach, and then you ruptured one of his internal organs because you slugged him so hard because what he did was just absolutely disgusting and horrifying, and you just couldn't take it, so you went like extreme Hulk mode and you took him down.
I would say no, not similar to that. But since you use such detail, I'll say okay, sure, man, sure.
See,
Stay away
it's
from
all
me and
about
my
the
family.
details. It's
What did
all
Adam
about
do?
the details.
What did Adam do next?
He then jumped into the Batmobile and said, "To the Batcave." And drove away.
There he is.
That's what he did. I'm doing all right. I mean, I just dropped my phone. Damn. Nobody asked me. That's true. Nobody did ask me.
Yeah. Wait, Genesis, before you continue, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course.
Just trying to download Neo 2. I know the new PlayStation Plus
Oh,
titles
yeah.
are up since it is the first Tuesday of the month. Welcome to November, everybody, known as Thanksgiving and Black Friday month. So welcome to November.
Woo! Oh, by the way, that reminded me. I'm glad you finally got your gift from your birthday in September.
And that gift was amazing.
I'm glad it arrived on time. I'm glad you liked it.
Probably one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever received.
You know,
so that is a very nice gift.
You know, at the time I wrote it too. I was the only one who knew about things. But the message remains. It's a good message.
It's
because things are pluralized. And there he is. There's Desunoto, the boy.
Here's the man of the hour, Desunoto.
The man, the myth, the legend. But yeah, I'm glad you liked the gift. How's the sound on it, by the way? Is it loud enough?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it sounds real good. Yeah, good. I love the quality of it's actually really good as well. I opened the box. I was like, what?
It took almost 2 months to get here from Spain, so it better be good.
It was absolutely worth it. I'll tell you that much.
Good. I'm glad. 1 year, I will give you a birthday gift on time.
Meanwhile, I come what, a month early at this point?
About a half a month. The later I go, the earlier you go.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just be far away from each other's birthdays.
Eventually it's just going to be mid-February, and we're going to be like, here you go.
We both reach like the same exact day that we get something, and it's going to be just the random day of the year.
Like what the hell? What's going on? Confusing. Very confusing.
Desunoto, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Okay, good. Good. Gentlemen, we have quite a bit to talk about today, but as we usually start in our normal fashion, what did we all play this week? Anybody want to start us off?
Ooh, I got a wildly different list.
Please, Kevin, start us off. Go ahead.
I like how you hold on real quick. I like how you ask us every time Kevin goes first. Just literally start with Kevin.
I always ask just to be polite. Maybe somebody else wants to.
No. Kevin's always jumping in, going at me. No, me. I go first. Always.
That's true.
It's always Kevin. Right. And I think we're okay with that. So I would say.
Okay. I'll make Kevin go first every time.
So, wildly different list this time. 2 games I didn't play. Destiny. Didn't play Gundam Evolution either. Alright. So instead, what I decided to play this week was I played Signalis and Missile Command Recharged. Literally bought both those games today.
Your PlayStation Stars level has to be up there.
He's not on that.
Wouldn't you automatically just get enrolled in that?
Nope. No, you had to enroll yourself.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he buys games quite often. I'm sorry, Kevin, to cut you off. Please go ahead.
It's alright. I have no idea what that is. So we'll talk later after the podcast about it. So I've also played Modern Warfare 2. Not the original Modern Warfare 2, though. The new Modern Warfare 2. The 2022 version. Lots of 2s going on. Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about that to some extent. It's not on my list to talk about, but if it's on Genesis's list, there's too many S's there. Genocide. I'll go with that. If it's on Genocide's list, then we're going to go ahead and talk about it, I'm sure.
Sure we will.
We both play multiplayer in that bad boy. I didn't play the single player. I have no intention of playing the single player. The single player looks like ass. So, yeah, there's that. I think that's all I played. Yeah, that's everything. Yep. Lots of PlayStation, no PC.
Cool. Good to hear. Watched anything recently? Anything you want to talk about watching or no?
Ooh, did I watch anything recently? I feel like I did, but I forgot what it was.
No problem. If you remember, we'll come back to you.
Nah.
Desunoto, what'd you do? What'd you play? Oh, Desunoto's dead. All right, Adam, what'd you do? What'd you play?
All right, Desunoto is dead. I played a game, and let me tell you, it wasn't just a quick buy and then I forgot its name and I'm currently looking up. That's clearly not what's happening here.
No,
All
no,
right,
of course
no.
not.
I
You're trying to
remember the
cover for
game. I like
Desunoto
the
because he's
game.
dead.
Absolutely. I played a
You're trying
game
to buy
called
time.
A Sketchbook About Her Son. Like SUN.
Okay.
It's like a 30-minute, like, kind of visual novel based on like a woman who's drawing in a sketchbook, and it's like about her life, and it highlights a bunch of like indie bands, and it's cute, and I liked it. It's not for everybody, but also it's a half hour, and you literally don't have to do a thing to get the platinum, because all of the trophies are let the time run out. So you literally just sit there and do nothing, and then you press continue when you have to, which is like 9 button presses, I guess. So to
That
get from chapter to
sounds like
chapter.
a fantastic plan. How much was that?
But I think it's on sale right now for $2.50, something like that.
$2.50 for a platinum, huh?
It's pretty good, and it's like an Atom type of game.
Okay.
And I beat it, and I do actually plan to go back because I do want to play through it, and actually choose options. Because I was actually curious about the game too, but I wanted to get that platinum first. Um, but yeah, it's neat. I mean, it's not setting the world on fire. It's nothing crazy. And that's all I played really. And then what I watched,
Okay.
saw Black Adam in theaters again with my mom. She said it
Mm.
was a good dumb movie to turn your brain off, and I was like, that's exactly what it is. And then I've been watching the Great British Baking Show
How
because
was that? I tried that a couple times and I just never got into it.
there's like out of the what is there like 6 or 7 seasons on Netflix? I think I like 2 or 3 of them. This one I'm not hating, but also I can't watch YouTube while on my PlayStation because it recommends videos to me, and I can't take the risk with the God of War spoilers. And if I remain
Oh
on
yeah.
PC, I have these. I have a spoiler Chrome like extension. I have
Mm.
a YouTube extension that blocks recommendations. It also blocks like end screens. It also blocks the word God of War, Ragnarok, Kratos, Atreus. It blocks everything related to God of War. Same
Incredible
with
block.
Twitter, and then Instagram as well. Um, I have it set to like not like ever open the search stuff. So I literally just
Mm-hmm.
go on there just to message a friend. So currently right now I am literally doing almost nothing on my phone. Like even when I'm at work, like I have nothing to look at on my phone. When I go on Twitter, I'm literally going to the top and searching people's names for news. Like I'm going to push square and then I scroll down and I look what have they tweeted, and then I tweet out their articles. And a couple times I've tweeted out stuff or I put stuff in the chat and I'm like, oops, somebody already said this because this is hours old. So a couple times I've deleted that without being caught. One time I was caught, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, so kind of in a just a darkness, so I don't get spoiled on God of War. Just
It'll be okay. We got T
basically
minus to
living in
go.
a cave from the internet. So
We got T minus 8 days to go. Not too
we
much
we
longer
we
now.
yeah we don't got too much longer, which is pretty exciting. Um, and that's it. Move on.
Cool. I don't know. Death Note, are you back?
Yes.
What'd you play?
Um. Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm. Of course you did. Absolutely you
Modern
did.
Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Get in this world here.
You've been
I
having
played.
quite a bit of fun time in Modern Warfare 2 with me and the boys here.
Yeah. Most recent games weren't too great. Um. I was getting flamed by our friend, but it's okay.
That's okay. It's all fun and games, man. I'm not the greatest. I suck. Kevin knows that.
Because Shahan's a sweaty Call of Duty man, so
Well, that's what he is, unfortunately. He's just he is a sweaty Call of Duty man, but that's fine. It's okay. It's just fun to play.
Excuse me.
When we win, it's more fun. When we lose, it's kind of disappointing, but it's just also still fun.
yeah.
What'd you watch?
Mm,
Well, you didn't get to play a game that you should have played. Unfortunately, that's partially my fault because I dragged you online so many times to play Call of Duty. You could have used those times to play the game you should have been playing, but
well, that aside, I did play a little bit of
You're
Reverse.
disappointing a man here. You're disappointing quite an important man here.
That's what you call yourself. All right.
Yeah. Not me. He's disappointing Adam.
I'm not disappointed.
Oh.
I can't be disappointed with either of you because I know you. Like, it's like me expecting Kevin to remember things we talk about. I can't be disappointed when he forgets. Like, that's who Kevin is. I can't be disappointed that Desunoto didn't live up to what he said he would do because he's never once lived up to what he said. It's not like it's no shots being fired here. It's just I understand, like, if he's not in the mood for the game, I can't force him to play it. But so whenever he gets around to it, great. Hopefully he enjoys it. But yeah, not disappointed. So
all right, well, never mind what I said. Anyway, so you played Reverse.
Yeah. That shit is still the same after a whole damn year.
okay.
No surprise there.
Desunoto I now trust him because when I watched Genesis play that last week, I was like, this looks the same, and Genesis was like, this improved so much, and I love it. And that was a bad impression. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. That's not a good representation of you. And then Desunoto comes in with that. I trust this man implicitly, and I believe every word he says now.
Now's your chance. Say something wild.
You know what you do for him? You just spoil everything in the world for him. You say Nick Fury's coming, just like, what's his name? What are we naming him today?
Oh, I got you.
Got
Give
it.
me a minute.
Go ahead.
Give me a minute. I'll keep talking. I'll get it.
So the person who's going to be named soon wrote in the chat today. He's like, yeah, spoilers for
Clamshell.
Clamshell says, oh, Nick Fury is gonna recruit Kratos for Avengers, and immediately afterwards, that I was like, oh god.
Well, it's not technically spoilers, but since he said it, it's not something I've thought about, and I know it won't happen, so he's narrowed the possibility. So I blame him partially for being slightly disappointed and him not being recruited to the Avengers.
Oh my god.
Do you like that leap in logic there? You like that?
I like that one.
Thank you.
Well, listen, my opinion on Reverse was because they balanced out at least two of the characters that I play as, and also they buffed one of the characters that I didn't play as before, and she plays a lot better now. Umair, I don't know what your history was.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you just said. Umair? Oh, what is that?
I don't know. Desunoto.
Are you trying to say ma mère in French? Like, which is my mother?
No, the mayor of
you. The mayor of who?
Yeah.
The mayor of who? Never heard of that.
Sorry about that.
I know.
Desunoto, I don't know when was the last time. Did you play the beta, the initial beta that came out?
A little bit.
You played a little bit. Did you play all the characters, like Leon?
No.
Okay, so they play differently than what was the beta a year ago. The game fundamentally looks the same, and yes, I agree that they had a whole year and they really didn't do much. It looks like all they did was add like an extra 2 maps or something like that. Not even 2, 1. It's the beta.
He's backpedaling. You're backpedaling right now. Right. When you were playing last week, you were like, "Oh, they did so much." You literally were saying that.
Yeah, initially I thought they did more. When I
Oh
looked into
my
it and I kind
God,
of looked
Kevin, do
back
you
at my
believe this?
footage and
We respect each other's opinions on here. I don't know about that rule. I don't know about that rule anymore. Doesn't sound like Genesis is respecting his own opinion.
um, I initially thought they changed more, but I was wrong to think that because when Destinota's good friend oh God, what do I call him?
It doesn't
Kit
matter. Who
Kat.
cares?
All right, yeah, sure,
Kendrick.
What
Kendrick,
about
yeah,
Kendrick Lamar?
yeah, sure. When Kendrick Lamar was playing Reapers, he's a pro Resident Evil player, and hearing him how he's been going through some of the stuff, I was like, all right, there's something I'm missing because I played with him a couple rounds and he notices things that I wasn't noticing. He's like, yeah, this is the same for the beta. This is the same. I was like, you sure? This is this. I feel like this changed from the last time we played this. This didn't operate this way. Um, some of the monsters got buffs and uh, buffs and nerfs to balance themselves out as well. The only person who didn't get a nerf was Chris still. Chris still just is an annoying son of a gun who just every person who wants to think they're good plays as him and they just get a win. Which Ada's now apparently broken because now you can stack the two cooldowns, which is reload and super, together, so you can just keep firing that stupid the crossbow that she has. Um, which they also added all that buffs and stuff like the stat changers was not in the original game, so that has completely changed how each character plays. Um, with their different like stat boosters on, and all the characters have different stat boosters too. Um,
Those
they
bonus things weren't there.
those bonus things were not there in the first beta. No,
Okay.
those were not there at all. We had
I
no
guess that's
stat
a
boosters.
decent thing they added.
The thing is that the content is still lacking, and I mean the roadmap that they showed had like a new character come out. I think I don't know once every couple of months. I think it was like maybe 3 months apart. A new character was going to come out, more maps, more stuff, and
In a
it's
year
part of the
from
battle
now, is
pass.
this even going to be up?
I'd assume so, yeah.
Okay, because I
I
would
would
not.
assume it's gonna be up.
I bet this is killed
Resistance.
before next summer.
I would doubt that because Resident Evil Resistance is still up,
Well,
and
oh,
that's been
never.
over 2
Wow,
years.
that's who's playing that?
I don't know. I played it. Remember the one time I think last year I was
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
my
one
god, this.
time.
I
Last
think no,
year.
I probably played it like I probably played it like 3 or 4 times.
When
That's
I
what
say one
not
time,
more.
it was like a weekend. You did not play it often. That's why it's still
No.
up. They're like, Genesis played it. We got to keep it open just in case it comes back. Just in case.
Also with Resident Evil 4, my problem more people to go play Reverse. My confusion to Reverse is that they just don't have a PS5 version or Xbox Series X version. Like that game could probably benefit from having a higher up version,
No, I
but
don't think so.
they don't want to invest the resources. Not
No,
an issue.
definitely
But
not. When it's gonna die
that's
in a
not
year.
what'd you watch? Anything you watch?
Um. Hmm. I mean, I didn't watch that last Resident Evil movie yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I bought the set of all the Resident Evil movies from Amazon, right? Because it's hard to find them online. Not all of them are streaming online on different things. Um, some of them are on Netflix, like I think the first two or three, the first two and the fourth one. Um, so I bought that from Amazon. It came in, and two of the discs were loose in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Now they came in this box that has like half of it comes off the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each movie has its own like little slip cover, but it doesn't close fully. It just like opens up like a book, like with the discs right inside. There's
Oh.
nothing to like keep it closed.
Oh, I hate
So the
that.
discs just fall out, as it's in, the shipping phase. And yeah, two of them fell out in the first one I bought. I got a replacement. Then the same exact movie, the third one, fell out again and it had scratches on it. And Blu-rays aren't really susceptible to scratches, but when I played the first copy of Extinction that I had on the PS5, at one point it just started stopping and stopping and stopping for like 5 minutes for maybe like a quarter of a scene in the movie.
Mm.
I was like, oh, this is no good. So I was hoping the second one would be fine, but that also came with scratches, so I sent both back because they wouldn't let me get a third replacement or a second replacement.
What did they tell you? You can't get another one?
Yeah, it just said that some things went wrong when I tried to do the replacement.
You should just call them. At that point, I would have been like, yeah, just call them and get another one. They will usually just do it because, Amazon loves us.
Well, I did snag the digital codes because they're not
returned it?
They're not scratch off, so I just took a picture of it.
Oh, there you go. You got something out of it.
So
Watch
I have them
Warrior?
now. Just not yet. I didn't want to really
and no Warrior. Interesting.
I didn't want to rush through it yet because I did finish. Well, I did finish the first season. I don't know if I talked about that.
Oh no! What'd you think of the finale?
So the last episode, there wasn't a whole ton going on. But the second to last episode had the giant fight.
Yeah.
Like the big ass fight.
We're everywhere. Everyone's fighting. It's just balls to the wall nuts.
Between the main guy and the leader of the other, well, not the leader, but the toughest guy from the other clan, they had that showdown like somewhere in the underground district of Chinatown in San Francisco.
Yep.
And oh my god. That guy fell down. Something happened. His heart came back to life.
Yep.
He got back up and he just started. Oh my gosh.
Going.
Started going like a goddamn chainsaw at this guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, what's happening? No. And I mean, yeah, after that, our boy was recovering, and yeah, after that, like, I don't know, a whole lot didn't happen after that.
It's mainly that fight, and then season 2. I'm just gonna give you a warning. There's a character I hate so much, and I was like, oh god, and they almost ruined the show, and you'll know immediately when you see them.
No.
you'll know, and then you'll go, is this character gonna do this? Oh, okay, I see this plot line, and you can see like the thread throughout the entire show. And I looked it up, and I am not the only one who does not like this character. It seems like there is not one person that likes this character. Because even in a Reddit thread based on the show about that character, there was not one defender in like the 300 comments. Because this character is such a trope, and they're horrible. But also, they help propel the show into the wildest, like, 3 to 4 episodes of season 2. And that's all I'm going to say. It's great. Highly recommend. You're going to be angry for the first, like, 7 episodes of the second season, though. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to be angry. You're going to be like, I fucking hate this person. But then you're going to get there and you're going to be like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite martial arts shows for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones.
Really well done.
Yeah. the fight scenes themselves.
Oh
The
my
story's
god.
awesome, but the fight scenes
Yeah.
all by
And, like
itself are
the fact that the story is also really good.
yeah,
A lot of the martial arts movies don't have a like they have a whatever story or like average,
yeah,
nothing crazy. But
forgettable most of the time.
the characters, the story,
All great,
everything's so good.
every single one.
Yeah.
Good
I
stuff.
uh I got almost all the way through which one was it? Rogue Nation.
You're still not done with Rogue Nation? This is where
Well,
you were last time.
no, yeah, I didn't go back. I didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's still like the last 20 minutes I have to watch it.
It's so random.
But I think that's all I actually watched. Um,
Okay. Genesis.
mhm.
What'd you play?
Ooh, what I play? I played a ton, a metric ton of Call of Duty. Um, Quite a bit of that. I'm currently level 48 or 49. Um, and I've been enjoying the game so far. There's still quite a bit of bugs, but I will talk about that during the actual little segment that I'll have, which I know Kevin will chime in as well.
Hmm.
It's been a fun time playing Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie, I've had quite a bit of fun playing with a bunch of people. Kevin included, obviously, Desonoda included, a couple of our friends, um, and a couple of the friend groups that I've played with as well. Um, I am doing the story. The only reason why I'm doing the story is because I got the platinum the first game. I'm gonna get the platinum for this one as well. It's not a hard platinum. I do want to get it before God of War Ragnarok comes out. I don't know if I will be able to, but
Godspeed.
I was making decent progress in there. But from what I understand, I think there's only like 20 missions. I'm already on like mission 9 or 10 or something like that. There's not much. Missions are relatively short. It's just dying. The amount of dying that I'm going through that game right now in the story mode is
I
just bad
see
because
it's
I
a
got to
pretty
finish it.
game.
It is. It is actually a good looking game. It doesn't look bad. Even multiplayer looks good. So a good first attempt on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X for like a next gen engine running. I know it is on previous consoles still, but next gen engine on this one running looks way better than Vanguard and Cold War did. So for me, that's their actual first step forward there. Um, what else did I play? I don't think I played anything else. Am I crazy? I think I am crazy. Um, Adam, remind me if I played anything else. I'm sorry.
Did you play? You didn't play the medium this week, right?
No, no, no. That was last week. I talked about how I started that
What
one.
about
She played the hard.
Secret Neighbor?
I did. Okay,
Oh
I
dear.
two other things, and I totally forgot about those because Kevin just I think maybe might have mentioned one of them. Secret Neighbor, I did play. Desonoda and I and our youngest brother mentioned. Played Secret Neighbor, and we played 1 round, 2 rounds of that, 3 rounds, and uninstalled it. Thank God there was no trophies earned. I don't understand how that game came out of any sort of development. The game is horridly broken still. Not fun, and it would be
Oh,
more fun if we had like 6 people or 7 people and really nobody. It is literally Among Us, but first person. One person is supposed to be the kidnapper grown up, and the rest of us are kids looking for key cards, trying to get out of a house.
yeah.
Um, it was I, I was the grown up finally at the last round we played, and I just wanted to see what happens when we find all the keys and get out of the house. I think that was the most fun aspect of the game. Finding the keys, opening up all these doors, figuring out where things go. I would love a game like an escape room that's just like a giant tower of an escape room, and we just go to all these different rooms and try to get out of the thing. If that's a game already, please let me know because I'd love
You've
to play that. That
tried to
also.
convince me to buy this game so many times, and
I
every time I
didn't buy
said
it.
no. No, I know, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying you
Oh.
tried to convince me. You're like, we
Yeah,
should
because I
play
didn't.
this because this could be fun, and I'm like, come on, man. And I was you so many times, and now it's on PlayStation Plus Extra Premium, whatever, and you play it for 2 rounds and you dip.
Listen, I also recall somebody telling me that we're going to be Hot Wheels boys, and we never played one round of Hot Wheels boys.
Well, the boys weren't on.
The boys were on. The
Uh,
boys have been on, and
yeah,
I've
but
asked you.
Clamshell didn't want to play that day, and then
Uh-huh.
you played earlier with other people, so you betrayed the Hot Wheels boys and played with Hot Wheels girls. So
Boys
What?
back in town.
I
Boys are
played with
back in town.
Decimoto and our brother.
yeah, that's not the Hot Wheels boys. Hey, we're
Um,
gonna be Hot Wheels boys. Cool. All right, hold on. Let me try the game out with other people first. Fuck you. You want to be Hot Wheels boys? That's not being Hot Wheels boys. You play Hot Wheels.
listen,
Those are your Hot Wheels boys. We're just your side piece.
listen. I was expecting we were gonna play it, okay? And we didn't ever play it. All right. So there
Maybe
you
next
go.
week.
Also, I played Kevin. What was it? Observation.
Yeah,
Yes.
observation.
Okay. That I played the first maybe 15, 20 minutes. I would say, Kevin. That's a good. Probably
No, you
15,
played
20.
much longer than that.
Okay. I play longer than that. I don't know anything that I do anymore. So,
Played
um,
like at least an hour.
okay. That's a pretty interesting take on horror. Because being in the emptiness of space and knowing that there may not be a way to get back, also being held hostage by a sentient AI being. Who's making Townfall, and I
Hmm.
cannot wait to play that. If that is after
That's
now
why I
playing
said I was
Stories Untold
intrigued.
and Observation, oh my god!
I know nothing about Stories Untold, but I really liked Observation for what it
I
was.
would tell you if you ever see it go on super cheap, like $3 or $4, pick it up. Good game. I
All
would say
right,
play it. Yeah.
all
If
right.
you ever go see it go super cheap, Kevin, I'd put that game somewhere in your top 10 or 15 games to play for horror. Like it's a good
Okay,
game.
okay.
Um, I think that's it. Anyway, Kevin, you want to start us off with your topics for this evening?
My extensive list. All right, I'm gonna try
Please
to
go
sum
ahead.
this up real super freaking quick by starting with the video games that I bought today and started playing. All right, Missile Command Recharged. I've been a long time Missile Command fan, and that game really hasn't seen too many iterations. At least not that I'm aware of. I had it on freaking Game Boy. Was it a Game Boy Color? No, I played it on Super Game Boy, so it was in color. That's it. I had the Game Boy game Missile Command. I've played the original Missile Command on Atari, and then I've played various Windows versions of Missile Command. Missile Command Recharge ups the ante even more. There's multiple kinds of missiles that will come down on you. Smart bombs are back in it. Things that drop smart bombs are in it. Things that drop launch missiles are in it. Things that drop bombs are in it. There are tanks in it. There are bosses in it. There are power-ups in it. It's a lot. A
That's
lot
a
of stuff
lot.
going on in Missile Command Recharge. But you know what it is at its root? Missile Command. I don't really need to say anything more. Like, if you don't know what Missile Command is, educate yourself, and then if it looks like something you would enjoy, pick it up, because it's like $10, I think it was, spent on it, and I almost had the platinum already after playing for like an hour and a half. A really fun game. So yeah, really really fun. The campaign is probably going to be a pain in the butt to get through, but I'm really enjoying it. Second game, Signalis. I haven't played enough of this to really like fully review it, but I picked this up after seeing how it was doing on Steam. I got it on PlayStation because it was available there, and I wanted to play it on PlayStation. Um, it's a survival horror, sci-fi, and it's done in the vein of the old school classics, basically Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and you can even choose control styles back from when those games came out. In other words, X is cancel, square is use. You can also choose modern day, where X is confirm and circle is cancel or something like that. But I went with the old school original way Resident Evil was set up. It's really good so far. Not a lot of combat yet, but the one thing that I fought, combat felt pretty good. Lots of notes, lots of redactions and notes to have fun with. Interesting storyline going on that I don't really know a whole lot about. But it's definitely scratching that itch. This is a really, really well-made game. Really good atmosphere. So if you like old school survival horror titles, this is something you should be looking at. No matter what like version of this game you want to get, because like on Steam, it's got an overwhelmingly positive review out of like thousands. But yeah, I think it's $20. So pick that up too.
Okay.
And there's the two video games. A little first look. So there'll be reviews when I get further in. I mean, Missile Command. There's really not much to review. I mean, it's Missile. You use the left stick to move a crosshair around, and you hit X to fire a missile, and that's it. Like, it's you
I want
can't
to
really
see.
get anything wrong with Missile Command Recharged. So good game. Um,
I want to see more of Signalis. I'm probably. Signalis looks cool.
So good. No idea where it came from either. I don't remember this being like anywhere, but it probably was, and I just ignored it. So board games. We got two big board games that cost a whole ton of money to go over. First, Dark Souls, the board game. I was interested in Dark Souls, the board game, when it was first announced, but I was like, how the hell are they going to make Dark Souls a board game and pull this off? And then people who got to play early copies were like, yo, they did it. I'm like, yo, huh? So I was intrigued. I thought about jumping into the Kickstarter. Didn't. Kind of wish I did. I probably would have got a lot more for cheaper, but it's okay. Been buying it piecemeal. My sister's been helping me out, giving me a lot of Christmas presents to get even more of Dark Souls board game. This game is expensive as hell because there's so many different expansions. I own Dark Souls, the base game. I own the character expansion. The I don't remember the names of all these things. There's an expansion that has invaders. There's Iron Keep. I have the Gaping Dragon, Black Dragon Comet or something like that its name is. The Chariot from, I think it was Dark Souls 1 that goes around in a circle. Uh, Dark Root expansion, and there's like 2 or 3 more that I don't have yet. So, and then 2 um, new core games are going to be releasing with revised rules, and then those are going to be the Painted World of Aramaeus, or however you pronounce his name, and the Tomb of Giants. And I definitely want the Painted World. Probably going to get Tomb of Giants as well. Anyway, Dark Souls is a board game. How does this work? So, it's very similar to Dark Souls. It is a very punishing game. If you, well, not really if you don't know what you're doing, more like you won't know what you're doing. You will fail, and you'll learn not to do that again until you get to bosses where things get really interesting. So you can choose, as long as you have the character expansion, you can choose any of the classes that are in the Dark Souls series, including Depraved, or Deprived, whatever it is. You then move around on a board. There are random but constant encounters, meaning so you have like a little deck of cards for your encounters that range from level 1 through 4, I believe. 1 through 3 or 1 through 4. And the 4 might be expansions, I don't know. But basically, it's overall difficulty level of the encounters. The thing that you are playing tells you which difficulty level encounters to put where, and then so you randomly select which encounters are going in which rooms, and once that encounter is placed in that room, that is that encounter for that room. It will not change. Much like a game of Dark Souls, where if you go at the bonfire, which there is a bonfire, if you rest at the bonfire, or if someone in your party gets killed, you are forced to rest at the bonfire, everything resets, all the encounters go back, and you go again. You progress through the different rooms and different encounters, get souls. You can use the souls to upgrade weapons or to purchase new treasure cards, or perhaps you find treasure while you're clearing rooms. And you also encounter gravestones. Gravestones are things that you kind of just set aside as a reminder that you have learned information about the mini boss or boss that you are about to fight. And for every gravestone that you encounter leading up to the fog door, that many boss cards will be revealed to you, giving you a better idea what the boss is going to do. We'll get there in a moment. How you do things, it really depends on what weapons you have, or spells, or armor, or whatever have you. They're all going to influence what kind of dice you roll, how much potential damage you can do, and how much potential damage you can take when you're rolling defense. Your health and stamina are the same bar. I'm pretty sure it's 10. 10 is like the maximum number of used stamina, exhaustion, whatever you want to call it, and or damage you can have. If at any point in time you fill in that entire row of empty slots for these little cubes to go in, you die. So you have to manage both your health and your stamina, which it costs stamina to run. Sometimes it costs stamina to attack. And of course, if you get hit, you get hit for damage. Damage in this game is quite high. It is not uncommon to be hit for half your health in a single attack. So the idea is to understand how enemies move around, how they act, who they're going to target, because a certain player in your group is going to have aggro. Some enemies will go after that. Some enemies will just go after whoever they can reach, if anybody. And yeah, you just kind of play Dark Souls as a board game. It's pretty impressive, especially when you get to bosses. So when you fight a boss, you go into the boss that you're fighting has a deck of cards associated with it, and when it will say however many its like moves deck, however many cards are going into the moves deck. So you take boss deck, shuffle it up. Let's say that the boss has 7 cards that the deck starts with. Cool. Shuffle the thing, draw 7, put it in that pile, put the rest away because you won't need them again. And then that's the boss's 7 different actions that it will do in that order, over and over again, until it heats up, if applicable. So how this works is you basically just take the top card off the deck whenever it's time for the boss to do a thing. You do what the card says, and play continues. So you're always taking the top card off the deck. When it comes time to when you would normally shuffle, like if you have to draw and there's no card there, you don't shuffle. You just take the discard pile, flip it over, draw the top card again. So like I said, it's going to do the same thing over and over and over again. So it's a predictable fight. You'll see what the boss does. It will continue to do that until it heats up. Most bosses heat up around 30% of their health remaining, and what heat up does is it will shuffle those cards, but also add a few extra little special attacks that it now has. And so you're going to have to relearn the pattern again in order to beat this bad boy. And every time the boss does something, not every time, most times, there will be, so the boss mini, which these minis, first of all, are not really all that many. Gigantic. But the boss ones have distinct lines on them to separate the circular base that it's standing on into quadrants, basically 90-degree segments. The reason being, every time it does a thing, it will, on the bottom corner of the card, it will show which quadrants it is more resistant in and which quadrants it is more vulnerable in. So the idea is you are supposed to move around the boss or let the boss charge in a straight line away, then you run up behind it, hit it, fall back, things like this. And it's a totally legitimate strategy that when your turn comes around, you do nothing because you can just sit there and recover stamina just like you would in the game. This is honestly a surprisingly accurate representation of the Dark Souls video game as a board game. It is expensive, but if you have a group to play it with, and technically I think it can be played solo as well, but you should play with other people. It's fun. If you have the group to play it with, and you don't mind having to reread rules a bunch of times and potentially look up stuff online because the rulebook is not that great. I'm really hoping that these new core games expand upon it. They really they made the rulebook too short and too easy. There's not a lot of specifics that are explained when there really should be, because there's certain interactions where you're like, how does this play out? How is this actually supposed to play out? Because
That sounds very Dark Souls of them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like for what it is, seriously, very good game. Just very expensive. I think I've total the game at what I have is like $500 or $550.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, it's expensive. But if you like this kind of thing, if you don't mind a game being really brutal and you probably losing, hey, you're gonna have a great time. Other RPG that functions very differently, but is also very expensive. Sword and Sorcery. I have the entirety of the first quest. The second quest is, or second campaign quest, I don't know what you want to call it, is started coming out in June or July of this year, I believe it was. And yeah, I plan on picking that up eventually, probably when more stuff comes out. The first campaign had Immortal Souls, Arcane Portal, Darkness Falls, I believe, and then I forget what the last set was called, but it was something with a dragon. And the 4 of those the main game, Immortal Souls, and the 3 expansions off of it, if memory serves, there's something like 340 or 350 total, and then I have a bunch of extra characters that were all like 10, $15 each. This game plays much more like a standard RPG, which isn't a bad thing at all. You have your character, which every character, except for like a handful, like 3 or 4 characters, I think are only 1 class. Most characters are 2. You can either play it as because every character has like a good side and a chaotic side, and both sides are usually a different class. So like the Paladin is the good side of the chaotic side, the Dark Knight. And then Oh, what are some other examples? Think like it's rogue and assassin. Um, there's sorcerer and warlock or something like that. Things like that. Is it bad to choose chaotic or like evil characters? No, not at all. It's just your moral compass. You can be whatever it is you want to be. You're not going to compete with anybody else in the party. There's no such thing as PvP. It's not like a Dungeons and Dragons alignment sort of deal where like certain people are people you don't really want to interact with. This is just how your moral compass goes. Are you willing to, you know, sacrifice people or do you want to save everybody? Sort of thing. And as you go through the campaign, you have your campaign book. The booklet explains different quests, explains how to set them up, and where applicable, when you hit certain points in the quest, it will potentially ask you, hey, how do you want to respond to this? So you find someone being held up in a market. Are you going to walk the other way or are you going to try to intervene? And then it tells you what page to go to resolve that. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure sort of thing. You might have to make notes of a few things that you've done throughout the quest line so that you can have those come up later on. And the way that this game works is everybody versus the game, just like the Dark Souls game. The Dark Souls game is very streamlined AI. This has AI that it's like a very, very light programming language. So the AI cards basically say, oh, if the whatever this is in the same space as a hero, have it do this. If it's 1 to 2 spaces away, it does this. If it's 3 plus, it does this. Um, and all you do is follow directions basically on the cards to move all the enemies around when those are a thing. Otherwise, you're playing an RPG, and as you play, you get experience. You can level up. As you level up, you get more abilities, potentially more spells and other things. You can go shopping. You can upgrade weapons. You can equip new weapons and armor. You can find them out in the world while you're doing these quests. The only thing you can't do in this game is you can't like free roam. You do have to go from quest to quest to quest to quest. Very easy to save. This is like you pretty much just keep everybody's decks set aside, put them in like little Ziploc bags, make a note of who has what, whatever, however you want to do it, and pick it up whenever you want to. The average quest goes about, I mean, if you kind of like communicate a bunch during the 2.5 to 3 hours a quest ish. The setup is long. The setup is probably the worst part of this game, but it's not bad, especially if like you're going somewhere to play and that person owns the game, so they can set it up before you get there. Um, so yeah, it's really fun. Lots and lots of extra content for that game. I probably own again probably like $500 to $550 of content for that game, and it's really fun. Quite difficult. And yeah, so there's two great RPG board games depending on what you want. If you want a more classic RPG experience, more dungeon crawly, Sword and Sorcery is definitely your bet. Uh, if you want more of a brutal strategic experience, Dark Souls, a board game, is a great purchase for you. So there you go, two for the price of one this week.
You know where you said you could intervene in certain things. Can I intervene just to rob them instead?
That
Like I
may
saved
have
them.
actually been an option somewhere. Now that you mentioned that.
I saved them and then I robbed them. I killed
Yeah,
them.
there you go. Yeah. You probably can't do it in that order. This doesn't give you a whole lot of freedom, but
I mean, that'd be the moral choice that I'd take.
I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I know I shot through a whole bunch of stuff. Anybody got any questions? I just wanted to get through everything real quick. Cool. Nothing. All right. What am I doing next week?
Last of Us.
The board game? It's not out yet. No, I'm intrigued. Nobody's got anything? No suggestions? No
I
genre?
usually have requests, but nobody else got a request. Um. Hmm. Any more type of like, oh, well, I don't know if this is a board game. This is more just a
No, I got
Try it.
one.
bad.
Give me one you hate. What's like the least
One I
favorite one
hate.
you own?
Huh. Think about that.
I like to challenge Kevin with these. I ain't trying to throw these softballs like Genesis, you know? Genesis is like, give me a board game that has, rules and 3 people can play and you can be a villain. Like that's a softball. No, give me one that,
Yeah.
what's the least favorite one you have? Like one where you were so excited and you played it and you're like, this is not as good as I thought. Because you're always so positive with these.
I am. Because I
I
usually do my
want to turn
homework
it
pretty
around.
well.
You want to turn around? You want him to bend over as well?
Turn around. Whoa now.
No, we'll talk about that after the podcast. But
Ooh, alright. I might have something. I'll have to look at everything.
see,
I can't name it now, but
I would like to be surprised.
Alright.
Also, I won't remember anything next Tuesday. I'll be like, got a war, hurry, we're almost there, hurry.
All right, cool. Anything else, Kevin, you got before we move on to the next topic?
No, I don't.
Alrighty.
Ghost Song next week.
Oh yeah, and probably more Signalis next week. I'm assuming we'll see.
Oh yeah, probably. I might have a review for both. I don't know how ambitious.
You gonna have that Signalis planning?
But I might. No.
What do you mean no? Only 13 13 trophies, Kevin. Come on.
Yeah, and it does seem like it's basically progressed through the game, but I'm not sure about that.
It is mostly.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. Kevin, come on. I know.
Adam's gonna know. Adam's gonna know. Tell you that much, Kevin.
Adam knows.
All right.
Adam doesn't know. Adam doesn't.
I got my segment of Call of Duty. Kevin, obviously you can feel free to chime in anywhere.
That Xbox game?
Listen, it's not an Xbox game yet. I'm not buying any more Call of Duties once they're Xbox. I'm done with Call of Duty after this, okay? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. A lot of balancing for guns. A lot of guns play very, very differently compared to Modern Warfare 1. Like, for example, the EBR is complete trash in this game. Modern Warfare 1, a lot of people are running EBRs. They seem to have buffed shotguns even more, or maybe just shotguns are just always OP. I don't know, Kevin. You tell me, because I feel like every time somebody plays a shotgun, they go off in a game. They get like 50 for 15 at that point.
Yeah, the map design kind of favors it most of the time. So.
I mean, we're playing on mostly squares. I think the most interesting map design we had was the one in the castle area, where like we were playing in a it looked like a Saudi. I guess I could say castle because it's all walled up and it's like
the hardpoint one.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Instead of it being a square, it's 2 squares.
Yeah, that's probably the most interesting we get at that point. Because everything else is just a giant goddamn square. Even the racetrack.
Or rectangle.
Yeah, the racetrack's a rectangle. The worst map to rock is just a flat map that has no buildings, nothing. Stupid. It's dumb. It's a very small square that just has nowhere to go, nowhere to kind of, do what you got to do.
Albagra Fortress? I think that's the other one.
That's probably what it's called.
The good one, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Farm 18's pretty good too, but that's one of the beta maps. The map with the water on it, where you can swim underneath and go through it, that's okay.
The map's bad.
Some things work and some things don't on that map. Like, you play Domination on there, that's cool. Hardpoint, that's kind of annoying, because Hardpoint, they just sit in the water and then shoot you, and then go take the Hardpoint and go back in the water afterwards. The Embassy is a good one.
Really good map.
That's another interesting one, because it's multiple levels of floors, and sometimes it's kind of confusing to get to the next floor. That's a cool map. I like that. Domination, Hardpoint, those are great on that. I've come to understand that I am really, really preferring Domination, Hardpoint, and headquarters. I just don't like TDM or Kill Confirmed anymore. I really don't. TDM for me has just gotten so boring because everybody just camps. There's a lot more campers in this game than I recall in Modern Warfare 1. Maybe I played late, that's why I didn't see much of the campers, because they had already moved on to, Cold War and Vanguard and stuff like that, but damn, there's just campers on top of campers in this game. So when you're playing TDM, they're just sitting in a corner that they just own, and they shoot you from there, and, when you go there, by the time you get there, they're already dead by somebody else. So, the other one that was really good is another beta map. The one we're inside of the fancy looking building, the hotel type of building. What's that one called? With the police cars out in the back, because a fire started in the back, and in the front of it is you have that nice sports car parked in the front with a couple other trucks and stuff like that parked there.
Oh, the museum-y thing?
Is that? Yeah, I guess that's a museum-y thing. Speaking of the museum,
I don't know. That's what I call it.
Did they take
Oh,
that
no,
map
you know what?
out?
It's probably more of a resort. What?
Yes, a resort. Yes, that's actually a better way of saying it. Yeah. Did they take the museum map out of the game?
What museum map?
The one where we used to go around the museum where the domination was horrible on that map, because one of the points was literally just people camping underneath desks being able to shoot everybody else. It's
Don't
the
recall this map.
the white building. It was just all completely white. All of it was completely white. And one of the points was in a hallway that was above in an overpass, and it was really bad because people could shoot you from the bottom, no matter where you stood in that hallway.
I remember this.
We played Prisoner Rescue.
I didn't play Prisoner Rescue, so you were not with me.
You sure I wasn't with you?
I've never played Prisoner Rescue. I don't intend to play Prisoner Rescue.
What the hell did I play Prisoner Rescue with them? Okay, anyway. That was one of the maps that
I don't know.
That's one of the maps that I found was missing, and I don't know why it was missing. I have no idea. Otherwise, I'm running assault rifle SMGs. SMGs, great stopping power in this game. They completely turned around SMGs and made them so much better to use in this game. Assault rifles, depending on what you go with, it seems like the Lockman series has good stopping power. The AKs really don't. The AK-762, I think, was the only one that had decent stopping power. The other two AKs, just nothing crazy about them. Nothing just screamed, "Oh, this is a good stopping power weapon for assault rifles." I was using the SPR 208, which is
that thing's busted.
That thing is insane. I was getting kills everywhere.
That thing is the intervention of the original Modern Warfare 2.
I swear to God, that as long as I got a buff somewhere above the collarbone, even if I shot him in the shoulder, they were dead. I was like, oh my God. Overall, melee is good in this game too. Nothing crazy. No more knife garbage from Modern Warfare, original Modern Warfare 2. And then grenades are good. That one map with all the cars on the border, where we're sitting on the border.
That's stupid. The highway map? Hate it.
Yeah, that map is annoying because you could just keep dying from cars exploding. They really need to lower the amount of cars on that map.
No, they don't. They just need to make them all blown out already.
That or somebody told me a suggestion today. The first person who hits a grenade off one of the cars just triggers an entire chain reaction, and all the cars explode one time in the map. That's it.
No, that's not fun though. It's just stupid. That mechanic is stupid.
The overall game is good. Glitches though. Problem with glitches. Infinity Ward, you guys are gonna be owned by Xbox. I don't know what their quality control is, but I don't think this shit's gonna fly when you guys are under Xbox's umbrella.
Oh yes, it will.
Oh God, I hope not. The amount of so a couple of them off the top of my head, connecting to party members. Some people that are playing cross-platform from you just can't play with you. They get into a lobby with you, and all of a sudden, as soon as you start the map, they're DC'd. When you play at least 2 games in a row, and then you guys want to back out and kind of, mess with your guns a little bit and do what you want to do, they have a connecting bug where it just sits spinning, connecting, and won't do anything. You have to actually disband the party, start a new party, and then try and look for another map. Operators, calling cards, clan tags, emblems, none of those are sticking. When you select your favorite operator, they don't change on the main screen for you. Your calling cards don't stick, your emblems don't stick. Some people accidentally do it somehow and the game makes it work for them. Majority of people are all the same calling card and emblems. You can't change anything. Attachments for guns too. You need to set a preview option. Preview option was in Modern Warfare 1. Why you would take it out of Modern Warfare 2, I'm not too sure about that. You also need to give a preview for the ADS. You should have a preview for that. I know there's a firing range, but you should have a preview system, just a quick, you have the power of the next gen at this point. Come on. Just hit a button, it goes over, it gives you a preview, and you're good with it. The leveling system, too, for guns, to be able to progress and get better guns, it's kind of annoying. You have to use all these different guns to be able to get the guns that you want. It's not obtained through normal level progression. You have to use, so for example, if you want a Lockman submachine gun, basically it's the MP5, you have to first use the Lockman assault rifle, which before that you gotta use the Lockman battle rifle. So I gotta use 2 additional guns that I probably would never have touched if I want to get the MP5, which is a gun that I use quite often. Not a good leveling system. Next time.
No. Hey man, it made unlocking attachments a lot easier because you're able to already unlock attachments that'll be used on future guns, and you'll be able to put them on. Except you won't be able to put them on. Fucking, they lied their asses off with this, and they chose their words perfectly. And I called all this shit. You can't put those attachments on because you have to still unlock the attachment slot on the new gun that you just progressed to in order to put previous attachments on, but not all previous attachments work for all the other guns in the freaking tree. So what the hell is the goddamn point of having a tree if your shit don't work that way?
100% agree with you, Kevin. Couldn't agree more.
Gunsmith 2.0 literally made everything worse. And I have no idea why people bought into the fact that Gunsmith 2.0 was going to make anything easier, because that's basically what everybody was talking about on YouTube, and I'm like, you all are dumb. I've literally watched the same trailer you all did. They chose their words perfectly to hide everything, and I called out their bullshit, and oh look, it was all right. I knew that all this crap was going to stay locked, and you were going to have to unlock the attachment slots anyways. I knew that the freaking tiered guns and everything, you're going to have to go all the way out to get the attachments or whatever in the first one, so you can go to the next gun, so you can get those attachments, and you go to the next gun to get those attachments, just to put the ones that you really want to use on the very first gun on that gun in the first place. But then they upped the ante even more, because instead of it being, oh, the attachments for the M4 are all in the M4 receiver tree, that entire freaking thing with 6 different guns in it, all the attachments are across every freaking weapon in the goddamn game. What? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You might as well, what would make it easier? How about instead, next time you make a Call of Duty game, have me get money and let me just buy the damn attachments. How about that? Because I don't understand why you need to have 8 million different muzzle attachments. Oh, let me put on compensator A, B, C, D, E, F. They all basically do the same thing. And the stat adjustments are freaking minor as all hell. The only thing that you're doing in this game by having all these attachments that are essentially the same damn thing, because tell me if I'm wrong, there's 5 or 6 different recoil compensators, 5 or 6 different suppressors, 5 or 6 different muzzle flash hiders, and this is just for the muzzle attachment. There's all kinds of 4x scopes, there's all kinds of red dots, there's this, that, and everything. The only thing you're doing by having all these extra attachments that are not required is you're just asking for one of these to be bugged. Somebody's going to find it, and the stats will be insane because you didn't program it right. The copy paste didn't work right, whatever, right? You don't need it. It's all fluff. It's annoying as shit. Stop. My God.
I agree with
Not
Kevin.
even PUBG has this many attachments, and you have to pick
No.
those up off the ground. Not even Back 4 Blood has this many attachments,
No,
and it has
no.
like 40 different base guns in the game.
It's just not. It's not fun to do that. Like, I'm enjoying my time with the game. Don't get me wrong, but like, just that gunsmith tree. It's just customization needs a lot of work too. Stop making me. Sorry, not existed. This menu is not available yet.
You want to unlock more calling cards? Not a thing. You want to unlock more emblems? Not a thing. So dumb.
I don't. This if
And all the calling cards are just different flags.
I am.
And it's not even country flags. Like other Call of Duty games had all the country flags in it, which was okay. Yeah, sure, that kind of makes sense. I mean, countries have militaries, but no, not a one are in this game.
No. Instead, we're representing
There's like
something
5 cards that are not these flags as well, and you can't just set them anyways. So whoopee.
No, guys, let's represent something totally different. Let's go for a whole different thing here. What else? If anything, this has taught me that I am. Tell me, oh my God, they fixed it. They fixed everything.
God, DMZ 2.0. By the way, where the hell is DMZ?
I don't know.
I thought that was coming out at launch. No.
Warzone's not there. DMZ is not there. I don't know what they charge people $70 for.
Shame. Although technically, season 1 isn't out yet either. I don't think.
They charge $70 for an installer on a disc. That's what they did. 110%. That's what they did. I mean, but those are my thoughts on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Destinoda, you got any thoughts since you played as well?
Oh, he's getting ready. I'm ready.
The gunsmith thing was pretty annoying. But the game itself is pretty decent. I wish people would stop being
absolute sons of bitches. Yeah, absolutely. Absolute cocksuckers. Yeah, absolutely. Absolute pieces of garbage. Absolutely, yes. People stop being that, but that's the community of COD.
I wish people would stop being actual monkeys.
Oh God.
Jumping around and swan diving into your face to get a kill.
The jumping and the diving and the sliding. I mean, the sliding's always been a problem with Call of Duty.
There was literally one guy who was practicing that as he was walking through the map to get ready to kill somebody with the swan dive.
The swan dive is probably the worst thing they've done in this game so far, too. No need. Absolutely no need to swan dive anywhere. It's just, you already have a slide. Why do you have a swan dive now as well? I question the thoughts that went into this game. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't like, but again, I'm still having fun with the game. That's my issue. Being in a party, whether it's just me and Kevin, or 4 other people, you know, or me and Destinoda and a bunch of other people, or me and another group of people, it's mindless fun to just go in there and do what you want to do. I am going to do the co-op, I think, with Kevin whenever I get a chance to do that as part of the Platinum. I'm going to definitely probably have to do it with Kevin, as long as he's okay with that. But that's my look at Modern Warfare 2. I am pretty much done with that at this point. Anybody else got anything to say before we move on to the next one? Cool. Adam, you got a topic for us this afternoon? Not this afternoon, this evening?
Yeah. I mean, I did. But some people ruined that. Even though we gave them a warning last week. So.
You see, but some people, they just don't. They don't care about.
Not you, Kevin. Don't worry.
Oh.
No, not Yuko. It's another member of the podcast here. Some people just don't understand when you give them ample time and ample warning that they're just going to be spoiled at the end of the day.
Yeah, I just don't want to do that, though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, though?
I know what you mean. We're gonna put him to a stake and we're gonna burn him, right? Is that what you mean?
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that at all.
What did I
Do you
do?
plan to beat it by next week, Desunoto? Kevin, shut up. Do you plan to beat it by next week, Desunoto? Okay, that's all I needed. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going to mute him, and since I muted him, he won't be able to hear me. Just confirming, Kevin. Can you just talk to Desunoto and just confirm that he can't hear me?
Destino, do you know what Adam's saying right now?
What did he
knows.
say?
Wait, he does?
He can hear you still.
What? How? What the hell? I thought if you muted somebody, they can't hear you.
That's supposed to be the case.
Well, apparently it's not. Well, okay, Desunoto, you're gonna have to mute us.
Okay.
You're gonna have to mute me and Genesis. Kevin, you're gonna be our go-between. You're gonna let him know when we're done talking.
All right.
You're muted.
Muting now.
I wonder, Kevin,
Okay.
can he still hear us?
Can he hear us?
Huh? I don't know. Can you hear him?
No.
Can't hear either of us? Cool, he muted us. Great. All right. So we're actually not going to talk God of War spoilers. We're going to talk shit about him the entire time. Kevin, don't give anything away. So, no. Genesis, how do you want to do this? What do you want to talk about? Kevin doesn't care about spoilers, and if he does, he can mute us, but I doubt it. How do you want to do this?
Well, I mean, first I think we should definitely talk about what do we expect from this game? Like, what are we looking for from this game? What are we hoping? What are our hopes and aspirations for this game? What are we looking at from this?
Okay, so this is really weird for me because I can't think of any other game or movie or anything where I've had this where my expectations are very high, but there's not like a specific thing I'm expecting. Just based on how much I was expecting of the 2018 version, and then I got something completely different, and I was blown away, and I loved every moment of it. I'm kind of in the same boat with this one, where I'm like, I mean, I just hope they blow me away again, but I have almost no thoughts. Like, I don't think...
They'll blow you. Don't worry, they'll blow you pretty hard.
Thank you. But I have almost no thoughts about, like we're gonna fight Thor, and then we're gonna go to, then we're gonna rescue Freya's brother or something, and then we're gonna, I don't know, we'll do whatever. Like, and then all of a sudden we're gonna fight like a bunch of Asgardians that we already know we're gonna fight anyways, because we've seen them in the trailer. But like, I don't have like an expectation. I don't expect at any moment that all of a sudden Asgard's gonna open up and then we're just gonna be fighting a bunch of gods. Like, that's not something I am thinking of. It's not something I expect. I don't know what's gonna happen to Kratos. I don't know.
I mean, how much do we think he's going to die in this game? Based on what we've seen from God of War 2018, based on all the drawings on the walls, based on everything that we've seen there, and judging by some of the dialogue going between Atreus and Kratos,
Yeah.
does it give you like, oh man, this is it? He's gonna die. This is his end. Are we getting the Kratos Doomsday vibes?
In some way it does, but then I feel like it will then be compared to Last of Us. Similar to how the first game was compared to Last of Us. And then, like, you kill this guy, all of a sudden, oh, he's Joel, and now Atreus is Ellie. Like, yeah, like I'm not, come on.
if Atreus is the one doing it, I think that'd be a different thing than. Or okay, let me rephrase this. Kratos dying would not be the same as Joel dying because that was almost like a blind side to us when people played the game not knowing anything. Obviously, no spoilers and nothing came out. People who didn't know spoilers or anything like that played the game. That was a complete blindside. I don't think anybody expected that to happen based on what we saw, what was going on. I think nobody expected that.
It kind of hinted at it. I mean, this is again from a perspective of already beating it. I think at the time I was like, oh, it almost feels like they're gonna kill him. But then at the same time I was like, but it's Joel. Like, there's no way.
Why would either he's gonna die at the end, like a heroic death or something, or
yeah.
He's gonna progressively get worse through the game. And
there's gonna be that mid-game switch. And there still was that mid-game switch. It's not the one everyone thinks.
Exactly. So, I think him dying here, yes, people will compare it, but I don't think it is as comparable to Joel's death because it's going to be a different type of death. Like, Kratos is going to die.
I'm not saying it's a rightful comparison. I'm just saying, like, I have to think that the Santa Monica devs would be aware that it's possible that people would compare the games. So again, it's like they're just copying. Because as much as God of War 2018 is loved, it got a lot of flack for basically being 2018's Last of Us. Like, with Dark Souls combat. Like, I want them to do their own thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Kratos is like, fine, I'm not doing this anymore. And then all of a sudden the camera starts following Boy. And Kratos just sits the last half of this out. Like, that would not surprise me. I don't know where this is going. I don't know how this is going to end. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know what my predictions are so, like, nothing. They're all over the place. Like, is Kratos the world serpent? Maybe. Will Loki fuck a wolf? Possible. He does in the other ones. He fucks that one Agrabota or whatever. We've seen her. And then he gives birth to a wolf. So, like, and we see that wolf, so I don't think time has passed like that. And this is 3 years after the first game. So, is when the story takes place.
All right. I'll tell you two of my aspirations.
Okay.
Right? What I am dying to see how well they do with this game. The Thor fight. Is that going to be as iconic as the Baldur fight?
I think it's going to be right in the beginning, just like the Baldur fight.
I mean, and that Baldur fight now has been modded to all hell.
That Baldur fight's amazing still, though.
They have Joel beating the shit out of Master Chief. They have Master Chief beating the shit out of, like, somebody else.
They got Baldur beating the shit out of Kratos. People are wild.
Oh yeah. The Thor and Kratos fight. Are we gonna get that? Bless you. Are we gonna get that masterpiece of a fight? Are we gonna get to pick up the hammer? Are we gonna give the hammer to Boy? Because I don't think I want to hold the hammer. I want Boy to use the hammer.
I want to hold the hammer, but I want it to be like. Again, I'm saying I want, but if they don't do this, like, whatever, man, just give me a good game. But I kind of want.
But this is just us kind of having a life discussion.
I kind of want you to pick up the hammer, and then you go, Boy, take the axe. And then at points, you can do combos, and they fucking switch them. Because that would be awesome.
Be sick.
Like, if you're doing an Arkham Knight takedown, and then all of a sudden you throw the axe, and Boy throws the hammer, and they both come back, and you both catch one, like, that would be awesome as hell. But
that'd be sick.
I'm so, like, does that mean we're going to fight Thor in the beginning and kill Thor to get that hammer? Or are we going to fight Thor and be done with it? Like, there's so many things, like, I don't know. because that Thor fight's got to be like close to the beginning. There's no way they don't replicate that moment. There's no way.
My other thing is, okay, we also see the silhouette of what we think is Odin. No confirmation, obviously, because none of us has played the game, but we assume that is Odin.
Yeah, we assume it's Odin because it's a short, bald figure. Yeah, and then you hear Richard Schiff, the actor who is voicing Odin, when that guy appears. Also, like, that's kind of accurate to the, like, some depictions of Odin, like in a shadow. I'm not sure. There's a point where I thought Sindri was Odin in disguise, because I'm like, that would be hype. That would be crazy.
That'd be a
if
plot
Sindri
twist.
Yeah, that would be nuts. Even if Brock and Sindri were the ones, like, they've been spies for Odin the entire time. Because I'm excited to see them back too. Like I don't think we've talked about that enough. Like, I'm so excited to see these people again. Like, Brock and Sindri, we repaired the relationship. Like, I'm excited for them to be back. I'm excited to see how much Boy has grown. I'm excited to see how much of a father Kratos is now. Like, is he as supporting, or is he even more supporting? Like, I wanted him to grow in the time I've been away. So that's what I want to see. And maybe Faye will come back, or some of the giants. I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
Now, here's another one of my thoughts. Okay, Thor is the first fight. Freya's the mid-game fight. Odin's the final fight.
See, I can see. Mm-hmm. I see Thor being the first fight. I could see Freya being all, like, throughout a good chunk of the game, but then us going, we need her. And then I do believe they are rescuing her brother, because it looks like they are carrying somebody with Freya's powers on their back. And there, in the first game, there's a journal entry that the brother might have been kidnapped by Odin and given to the Dark Elves, or the Light Elves. Which one we don't know, but also when in the trailers we see Kratos fighting the Light Elves, and in the first game you're like, did we fight for the wrong side? So I'm curious to see, like, are we trying to rescue Freya's brother in order to repair that relationship, or is Freya, like, more evil than we expect because she's the queen of the Valkyries, like, and then the Valkyries are back, and they're mean, and they're in pairs in one of the in the trailer. Like fuck that, no.
We fought what? It was 9 Valkyries, including the Queen.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so we fought 9 the last game. I fully expect that number to either double or triple. First of all, second of all,
well, there's no additional Valkyries. There's a set number.
I mean Freya's gonna make more Valkyries.
Oh, that would be nuts.
Yeah, I think she is the actual mother of the Valkyries. I'm assuming, like, she's the
queen.
She's the actual queen.
Controls them, and
so she makes more, right? We fight her throughout the game. Now, hear me out on this one. Final secret boss, like what's her name? Not Gunther. Who was the Valkyrie queen in the last one?
Just Valkyrie queen is. I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name.
Gurvinder? No.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Secret boss is Freya in a full Valkyrie, like she's full on Valkyrie.
I mean, she's already dressing like her son in this game.
Okay,
like.
But what if she dons the armor? She dons the armor. She has the weapons. She gets this power boost. All that, like everything.
I think there will be a fight with her. And I think Kratos and Boy will realize that we don't want to kill her, and we might not even be able to beat her. That's where the brother aspect comes in. I think this game is going to be a big fetch quest like the first one was. I just don't know how we combine the stories. Maybe it's because I'm not smart enough, or I don't know enough about Norse mythology. But I have literally no idea how this game will start, how it will continue, and then how it will end. I am so lost. I know so much about the first God of War and every God of War, but I have no clue. Are we fighting that thing that was in Helheim that was cut from the first game? That one thing that was like, that dragon thing that was like staring off, or the eagle that was like staring off in the distance.
I would
We gonna
assume so.
fight
I
in
mean,
that?
we're gonna go back to we're gonna. I mean,
We're
we're gonna
going back to
practice all the
Helheim.
9 realms.
We're going to the
Yeah, all
nine
9 realms.
Oh my god! What is that
We're going
jellyfish?
back to.
What realm is that? What is that? The dwarf realm? And they have like an underground, like, or underwater museum? Because it seems like they're looking at it through glass. Like,
I'll tell you what. If we gotta go back to the poison again in Niflheim, I'm gonna shoot myself.
oh, we're going back to that poison, baby.
Oh,
You best
God.
believe it. I'm so curious. Do you think Kratos is gonna die?
I want to believe no. That's
What
my
about
gut.
Boy?
My gut tells me no. Boy might leave. I don't think he's gonna die.
I could
I
see
think
Boy
this-
dying.
Why? He's supposed to take the mantle, isn't he?
Doesn't well, that's what people assume. Kratos would want him to take the mantle. Or, well, actually, he wouldn't want him to be involved in this at all. Is really what Kratos
No,
would want.
he wouldn't want him to
But-
even take the damn chains. I mean, we're forgetting about Tyr holding the chains in the goddamn game.
Oh
as
my
well.
god, that is like the hypest moment of that trailer, and like so many people don't notice it. Where he's holding one and Kratos is like giving him the arms, like lift him up. It's like, oh my god. 2 gods of war holding the fucking chains? He's holding one of the chains? What? Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. Like what if okay. What if you have Thor's hammer, Tyr has one chain, and Boy has the axe?
The axe.
Yeah.
That'd be a fucking.
What if that's the final fight? That's you going against Odin, Thor, and Freya.
I think the final fight's not even gonna have Thor and Freya. I think Odin's gonna be just a fucking. He's gonna be enough to deal with on his own.
Odin's not a fighter. Typically.
That we
Odin's
know of.
that guy where he's like, I'm gonna die and go to sleep for a while. Even in the Marvel movies, that's what he was like. Thor was his fighter.
Thor was his fighter, huh?
Wait, is Mimir gonna have a body? That's the real question. Are we gonna give him a body?
I don't think so.
Brock and Sindri took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather. Were they trying to measure him for a body?
I would say if we're gonna give him a body, let's cut Thor's head off and put him on Thor's body.
I don't think that's how that works. Also, couldn't Freya just undo the magic and kill Mimir instantly? Is that going to be a moment? Are we going to cry over the death of Mimir? Is Mimir going to die? But then will we be happy for him because his eternal damnation has been ended? Like,
Here we're both worried about Kratos dying and Atreus dying. The real sob story of this is gonna be fucking Mimir dying. And just
or
all
Brock or
bald
Sindri.
eyes.
One of them.
I'm more attached to Mimir. I wouldn't be able to hear his stories anymore in the boat or in the
I would
friend that they're gonna have now.
I would
be
I
upset.
would be absolutely devastated. I'd be more devastated than Joel if Mimir died. I would. I absolutely would. I'd be like, no! You would hear my scream from where I live.
Would you? Okay. I want a moral choice in this game.
No.
If I get the choice to decide whether I want to kill Freya or not, give me the choice.
No. I don't.
You don't
I don't want
want
the
a moral
choice.
choice.
No, I want a story. I want a story to be told, and I want to play that story. If I want a choice game, I'll play Infamous or Infamous 2. Not even Infamous Second Son. That shouldn't have had choices.
But here's the thing. They're just the normal choices, right? That lead to 2 different endings.
Well, the God of War has
I
never
want-
had choices. Why would they? I mean, that would be pretty inventive if they were like, "Hey, here's a choice."
That's what I'm saying, right?
What?
We're gonna get to a point in the game, meaning the end, because again, this is the end of the duel, right? There's gonna be a different a different thing for God of War going forward. Hopefully, I'm assuming they're going to continue more and they're going to make different mythologies for God
He's
of War.
going to Egypt. He's got to.
Okay.
It's been teased. It's been teased for years.
You know, I would say start to give us the option of making them more, and it's got to be these dire ass moral choices. Like, I'm not talking about like simple like yes or no, or we close this room, open this room. No, like give me a choice that's gonna kill someone and affect the rest of my playthrough and subsequent games going forward.
Now, hear me out. What if there's a choice and Kratos chooses to be the ghost, and then he puts the mask on, and then
Hang on a
that.
second. I got a Twitch comment. Sergeant. Well, he doesn't know. Can't even hear me. So he's asking him to say senpai. Kevin, if you want to let him know, he's got a comment asking somebody telling him, "Hey senpai, I miss you." That's all. That's all the comment is. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
otherwise
Fuck that
means.
guy. This is not relevant to the conversation.
Anyway,
He's
go ahead,
dead.
so-
He's not on this show anymore. Fuck off. Turn off the show.
The guy who wrote
Oh
that's
my
rude.
god.
Honestly though, fuck that guy. No, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just want
No,
him to
give
become
me
the
the
ghost.
scenario you were talking about. He puts on the mask.
Well, it was
Keep
a
going, keep
joke,
going.
and now it's just it doesn't bear repeating. That's why I said fuck that guy. He ruined my joke. It was a 10 out of 10 joke. I said, what if Kratos put on the mask and he said, I am the ghost, and he just walked away.
Jesus.
And then that music swells up, and then Jin Sakai walks out, and he's like, Ghost of Tsushima 2 in theaters this fall. And everybody's like, what? None of this makes sense. What? Where was the first movie? Is the video game coming to theaters? It is fall right now. Does he mean it's in theaters now? So many questions.
we were like on Twitter, and all of a sudden, only when you beat God of War do you get the
ghost.
you get the notification on Twitter saying, "Hey, time to book your tickets." I don't know. Well, actually, Desunoto is currently muted. He's muting us because we're talking about
talking to that
God
guy.
of War.
All right, God of War section's over.
spoilers.
God of War section's over. Blame that guy. Kevin, get Desunoto back in here. Kevin? Kevin, you're the go-between guy.
All right. Is it actually done?
Yeah, done.
Desu. No.
Hey.
You can come back now.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want it, then just stay wherever you are, you know?
I just went on the YouTubes.
Are we unmuted?
You have a somebody too, Sergeant Pepper's
Sergeant.
Lonely Heart Club Clan band, whatever the fucking shit that album is.
You had a friend who interrupted the conversation, and both Genesis and I wished him death.
Desunoto, he says Desunoto is number one.
Desunoto isn't even a number.
Desunoto is anything less than a fraction.
Don't give Desunoto a number, because the last time people were given numbers, bad things happened.
What?
Kevin gets it. That's a history reference.
What?
Yeah!
Oh, no.
Don't think about that!
No.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Yeah, I am!
Leave it alone.
I'm not mentioning. I'm not saying anything. I don't need to get canceled. We're good.
Oh, man.
Just saying.
Listen.
Just saying. Don't do that. Don't give people numbers.
Oh, God.
Otherwise, Grandma will play him.
Listen.
Kevin, I was run by your house.
We haven't introduced Grandma yet. I mean, Mommy and Daddy is here, but we haven't introduced Grandma yet.
She's always out playing them numbers.
Yeah, she's always numbering people and playing the numbers. Grandma Grandma's got a very colorful past.
Mostly red and white.
I would say yes.
Wow.
Thank
I
you,
would say-
Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause, you know,
So, Desunoto, let me ask you a question here.
Grandma
Since you
moved
have
to
not,
South America in the 40s and 50s.
oh God, um, since you have not beat God of War, based on what you've seen for God of War Ragnarok, which I think you had to cover your eyes for most of the big trailer that was at the State of Play recently. Have you watched anything of God of War Ragnarok so far? What are your thoughts going into this? I know you haven't beaten God of War 2018 yet, but what do you think of seeing God of War Ragnarok for now?
I haven't really seen anything.
Oh, you've actually not seen any of the
Yeah,
trailers, then.
he's
Okay.
well. The time the one trailer appeared, I screamed the entire time, out of
Yeah,
excitement
that's the
and
only
to deafen him from things
yeah.
that were being said.
That was the only thing I saw, kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at anything on YouTube.
That's fine. I'd
Good.
advise you not to.
Good.
Yeah, not until you're done with God of War
Yeah,
2018. It's an
some
insane
stuff.
story. You should finish it. You should play it. It's a good story. It's a very good story.
What the hell's
Finish it.
gonna happen?
Oh God, man, I don't know. Kevin left the realm. Kevin's dying. I mean, who
Huh?
knows who's gonna
Kevin
die
died
next?
just like Sindri at the end of the first God of War.
Oh
Yes or
my
no? We
God.
told you to beat it.
And then all of a sudden, a dragon comes down and eats Atreus, and then you're stuck by yourself
All
delivering
right,
the pizza to the
let's not spoil all of
enemies.
it. You know,
And listen, Kratos is a pizza delivery man.
the
Okay,
dance number
he
at
just
the end of the first God of War was pushing the boundaries of the PlayStation 4. And I
the
just can't wait for
amount.
the dance number at the end of the PS5
Where do you
Ragnarok.
think they got the dance from in Fortnite? They copied the dance frame by frame
Well,
from God of
people were
War.
saying like this is Super Mario Odyssey's dance, where they have that little band and stuff, and that lady in the red hat that looks like the emoji on the iPhone. And I was like, no, this is God of War had this first. Like, get
Holy
out of
crap!
here. Know your
And then the
history.
mid credits scene where Spider-Man pops into God of War and he's talking to Kratos and they're having a coffee
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
and then
some would say
Spider-Man.
that part jumped the shark, but that was 20 minutes before when Kratos and Boy are on a jet ski and they finally return the ashes, but they just drop them in the sands. That's why in Uncharted 3, Drake finds the sand of Fae.
This is all interconnected.
It's all
And
interconnected.
and this is why thousands of years later, when Aloy picks up her focus, she doesn't see Kratos or Atreus.
You
She
remember
just
that
sees the
video where
sand.
she picks up the focus and she's a
Hmm
6-year-old Aloy and it's like, "Happy birthday, Atreus! Daddy sure does love his little big man."
That was Kratos. That was Kratos
That
talking
was
about
Kratos.
Atreus.
He was Asian in the first game, and then Hispanic in the second game. I still don't understand why they changed that character model. Like I wouldn't notice. Get out of here. By the way, I just rewatched the Uncharted short film with Nathan Fillion, the better Uncharted film, and Chief Hikaru is the is the bad guy in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's like talking, and I'm like, "Where's Chief Hikaru?"
God.
Yeah, weird stuff.
Oh man. And then to top it all off, the best plot twist of them all. It fades to black at the end of the credits, and all of a sudden Celine wakes up from a bad dream. It's been Returnal all along.
Yeah, Returnal came out in 2018. Sony's biggest trick was convincing you it was a PS5 game. So Kratos was in
Those
the
are all.
astronaut suit.
Yeah, you got it.
Kratos
That
is
was
her
everything.
mother, or her, or she's the mother. I still don't know.
She's. Oh God.
She's the mother,
That's
and
all.
this is her purgatory, and the ship's named after her child. I don't know. I don't. The Reddit still doesn't
Kevin,
know either.
Kevin, you want to enlighten us? What's the actual meaning to Returnal? Who's the mother and who's the child? And what does the wheelchair mean?
Uh, Jerry Springer hasn't come back yet with the official special things.
When Jerry Springer pulls up in a Corvette at the end of God of War, I was like,
Hmm.
this is Gotti, and it's got to beat Red Dead Redemption 2. And everybody was like, you're
Hmm.
crazy. And I was like, you'll see. You'll see. And then all of a
Okay.
sudden, Dorito
Alright,
Pope.
so I just watched the story trailer. Based off of what I know of what different Norse gods look like, it looks
Kevin,
like
no
Ullr is going to
spoilers
be in
for
this.
Desternoto, please.
I don't know anything about the first game.
What are you talking about? The Norse gods?
Yeah. I think there's a few that are shown off in the thing, in the story
Does the
trailer.
silhouette look like what we were originally talking about? Does that look like who
No.
we? Oh, it doesn't look like him.
No. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not by what I know.
Norse
I don't
mythology
know
has.
why. Yeah. I would hazard a guess toward a Roman mythology figure, actually.
Interesting.
I don't know that we would want me
Honestly,
to go any further, I guess, because apparently
honestly,
Ullr is a
Kevin,
bad thing to say.
what you're saying could totally be possible. That's how much we don't know what the hell this
Hmm.
game's about.
Well, that's why I was gonna say, like, can I just say what I think?
I mean, I
Just say it.
guess if you
Yeah.
ruin it for Destinote, I don't give a fuck at this point. So
Well, I mean, I guess I'm potentially ruining things for either of you if I get it right. So, like,
I mean, it's a prediction at this point. Anything is
yeah,
possible.
no, go ahead, fire off.
Yeah,
okay,
please.
so the silhouette in the cabin, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hephaestus.
dead.
Hephaestus.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
Okay, didn't
killed in
know.
God of War 3.
Because that looked like
He was
Hephaestus
played
slash
by Rip
Vulcan.
Torn in God of War 3. He's like a 60-foot tall man in God of War 3. They do not follow what is
Okay.
yeah, they take liberties with the with the stuff. So
That's fine.
yeah.
Definitely Ullr in a lot of those. I don't know that he's a god. What the hell is Ullr? He's like the hunter. He's basically like Diana. No, not Diana. Artemis? I forget which way it would go.
I know who you're talking about.
It's Ullr.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So,
Oh, he is a god associated with winter, skiing, and snow.
yeah.
But also like a
So,
hunter. He's decked out like a hunter, usually shot with a
yeah.
bow or a hatchet.
So I would think that it's possible he could show up in this game because I mean it's
He
Ragnarok.
looks like he's
Snow.
all over in the trailer.
He-
Like he seems to be the one that Kratos is talking with the most.
That's Tyr.
Oh, okay, he's already been established.
Yes.
I know nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean they say Tyr in that trailer.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Because then Tyr gives a speech. He's like, "Are you the god of war?" It's great.
I if they're going hard on Norse, I want Ratatoskr to be in it, but it probably won't be because then Yggdrasil has to be in it as well.
The tree.
Yeah, the tree.
The tree.
Ratatoskr. So, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
aren't we walking
So,
towards the tree in one of the cutscenes?
It does look like we go to the actual tree. In the first God of War, there's just a representation of the tree, but it does look like we are going to the tree in Ragnarok. Because Yggdrasil is huge.
Mm. What do you think, Kevin? I'm sorry.
Also, Ratatosk is in the first God of War. He's one of the summons for Atreus. He's played by Troy
okay.
Baker. He gives you health and stuff. Kevin, God of War is good. Play it. It's got a lot of references.
oh, well.
Let me ask the panel this question. Since Elden Ring seems to have
No.
killed everything this year, right? It's the contender to win game of the year? Do we think God of War has a shot?
Yes, but also like no matter how good God of War is, it's not going to be Elden Ring.
I think so.
Doesn't
Huh?
appeal to as much people
Yeah, I
as Elden
mean,
Ring.
the God of War 2018 sold 23 million copies. They confirmed. So,
I mean,
and
Elden
Elden
Ring is,
Ring
I'm
was
assuming,
at like
sold.
16 or something last we saw in a year, under a
Which
year.
which storyline are you talking about, Sergeant? Are you talking about God of War storyline or Elden Ring storyline?
For
He
what?
says the storyline is better. I don't know. I'm asking for God of War. He says God of War storyline is
Oh
better.
yeah, that.
I mean, yeah, God of War storyline is better than Elden Ring, I would think.
Yeah, I could see it winning like best narrative and stuff like that. I don't see Elden Ring. I mean, there's going to be outlets that choose different things, but at the Game Awards itself, I can't imagine Elden Ring not winning. I just can't. God of War has to be not just a number. It has to be a game of a generation because that's what most people consider Elden Ring.
Game of a generation, huh?
Yeah. So I would say its chances are low. I'll enjoy it way more than Elden Ring because Elden Ring is just not my style. But yeah, I don't see it happening.
How many? I mean, I don't think we know this, but like, how well has Elden Ring sold? I'm assuming quite well.
Like 16 million or something. It was really high the last time they reported numbers. It was like really stupid high.
What was Metacritic's final score for Elden Ring? 93?
97 or 96. It's one of the highest scoring games of all time.
Jeez. Well, if Sony's curse holds true, then I don't. I mean, that's not gonna. At the end of it, though, does that
96.
100% matter? I would assume it does. I guess. I'm holding out hope. Something can dethrone Elden Ring.
In
My hopes are
96
very low, but
with 84 reviews on PS5.
Jeez, man. I haven't played There's a game that's a 96 that I have no interest in playing. It's mind-boggling to me.
Breath of the Wild.
I've played Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but you have no interest.
No, I don't have an interest of it. I mean, I've played Zelda games. I've played like Twilight Princess. I've played Skyward Sword. I've played. What's that? What's the other one after that?
Wind Waker.
No, it wasn't Wind Waker. Something else, and I can't remember now.
Wind Waker is pretty fire.
I just don't want to play another Legend of Zelda game. Essentially, it's the same thing. I don't know.
Anybody else think God of War has a chance?
I believe. I'm a firm believer.
Oh, could be.
Kevin, I like that.
Devin, I know I know his outlook on Elden Ring wasn't. It was good. What was your? Didn't you have some negative comments towards Elden Ring? Like most of your outlook was positive on it, but I think you had some criticisms for it overall as a Souls type of game.
Yeah, because they were like, we're gonna change shit. They didn't change friggin' anything. It was the same goddamn gameplay. It was the same gameplay style. All they did was they made it an open world Dark Souls, which, I mean, hey, did well, so can't really fault them. But
Can't
I
wait
hope
for
it
Elden
wins.
Ring 2
I
because
mean,
that's the same year that Horizon 3 comes out. Pretty excited.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
Horizon DLC might launch in May. That's when
Right with
when Zelda comes out.
Yep.
So there's
Horizon has slowly become the curse of Sony. It is the curse, I think.
no. Curse of
Horizon, I think, has
redheads.
become the curse. Curse of redheads.
Yeah, that's an old curse.
Oh.
People used to think redheads were possessed because they had red hair. People were dumb back in the day. Just to know, you played Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
You think a God of War could beat it?
Um.
Oh, that's a no.
Uh, mm, maybe the second one.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I don't think we thought that the old one would go up against it, but I like your optimism that it's possible. It might be possible. So, all right.
But given that this is like a public voting thing, it probably won't.
It's also a sequel, and Elden Ring's a new game.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's Elden Ring didn't have it's not Elden Ring 2. It's not compared to the first Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok, its biggest competitor is God of War.
Yeah.
So and then after that you go, okay, what else do we compare it to? Because people just like comparing games. So
Mm-hmm.
when the real game of the year is Signalis.
Hmm.
I have to be careful
No, it's City Skylines.
going through gaming leaks and rumors right now. I have to be so
I
careful
wouldn't even
going through
risk
them.
it, honestly.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's
I'm a
blood.
man. I'm a man who lives in a cave right
I know.
now.
I have
I don't even have Reddit anymore.
Oh man, some of these. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about rumors. All right, boys,
Okay,
strap
Kevin, get
yourselves in.
excited. Kevin, are you hyped?
Kevin, Kevin, we got some rumors. We got some
Mm-hmm.
stuff to talk about.
Kevin, that doesn't sound like
So
you're excited. You're always like, what? Oh, no rumors. Kevin, I need to hear the hype.
I'm reading. I'm educating myself on Norse mythology.
Kevin's becoming an expert on Norse mythology, I guess. All right, cool,
good, 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 good.
cool. Kevin,
Um,
good luck on your
all right,
doctorate.
boys, strap yourself in for some rumors. I'm gonna start with some good ones here. First of all,
Trying to figure out hold up, real quick.
yeah,
Trying to
please.
figure out the scene with Fenrir in that trailer because I don't
Which
Where he
one?
understand it.
shoots, where he shoots the arrow.
Yeah,
That's not Fenrir. Fenrir's the big one. That's Skoll and Hati.
it's what?
Skold and Hati, the sun and the moon. They chase the sun and the moon. There's not too much talked about with them in Norse
Oh,
mythology. There's only
okay,
like one or two passages. There is a shot of Fenrir, but it's in the father and son trailer. That's a CGI trailer, and it's only 30 seconds.
got it. It just looked like a big enough wolf to be Fenrir.
Yeah.
I thought it was talking during that whole time.
No. Yeah, wild stuff.
Does Fenrir, if I'm not mistaken, I think Fenrir has a decent part of like the actual Ragnarok
He does. You are
scenario.
correct.
Yeah,
Yes. It's all about him, if I'm honest.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
about him and Odin and other people involved and stuff, so. But
But I
in
don't.
Valhalla, I
You know
play.
what? You know what? I'm
There's a
gonna make
lot.
a random prediction for this
Go
game.
ahead.
I truly do not think it's going to follow the actual mythology of Ragnarok. I think they're gonna go do their own thing, which they should do,
You are
in my
correct.
opinion. So.
You're already correct. I can tell you right now,
Oh,
you're
okay.
already correct because how we got to Ragnarok has the basics, but they've definitely taken some liberties because you know what, Kratos is here. So,
I mean, sure, but
yeah, it's going to be different. It's definitely going to be different. I would doubt that it's following everything, but we'll see how much. So
all right. What do we got for rumors?
All right, boys, strap yourselves in. Here we go. First
I have
rumor
to
I
get in
got
my
here.
car. Hold on.
Okay. I have to be so careful. My fingers trying to accidentally press and hold on certain pictures, and I can't. So Insomniac Games is apparently set to revive the Fuse IP. They just they have a copyright application for Fuse pertaining to visual material and stuff like that. Fuse wasn't that wasn't Brink, wasn't Haze, wasn't Fuse the first person shooter that was like Rage? That
The hell is Fuse?
Fuse was a game that came out in like 2015-ish, 2012. And it was a 4-player cooperative third-person shooter that
like SOCOM.
wasn't received well, and also it sold probably -3 copies.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
Why is
Fuse
Insomniac
not
going
popular.
behind that?
What do you? Insomniac was like, we want to do our own thing, so that's what they made. Because this is one of the first games that came out for 360 from Insomniac.
Oh, that was before they were brought to the correct side
spell
of
this
things.
game?
Fuse, Fuse.
Dude, you just
I
asked
can't
how to
even
spell the
find
word
it.
fuse?
I wasn't sure if it was spelled differently. The only
okay.
Fuse that comes up is a
Yeah,
freaking person
if you
from
type
Apex
in
Legends.
Fuse Insomniac, it should pop up. It's not very popular. It's not very good. So.
Oh, I remember that cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone remembers the cover.
Nobody talked about this game. This game didn't look good.
Yeah, everyone remembers the cover, and they're like generic 4-player EA game. And then they go, oh yeah, Insomniac was part of that.
So what was the rumor? I totally missed it. Trying to find Fuse.
They just filed for a copyright application for Fuse. There looks like they're trying to revive Fuse.
Ew.
So copyright application, they could just be renewing it.
They renewed Sunset Overdrive back in 2020, and everybody thought that it was going to come to PlayStation. But
yeah, or there was going to be some
happen.
kind of like collection and then a remaster and then a fucking sequel or whatever. Honestly, I would have thought EA owned this. So I'm a little surprised that Insomniac is renewing a copyright for it. Maybe EA just let it go because they were like, we don't want to be associated with Fuse.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like copyright don't really mean too much.
Yeah, and also video game companies, and also this is common with movie companies, they don't ever remake or reboot games that weren't popular or movies. They reboot only the popular things because that's why they're rebooting them. So I don't know if they would do that with
just
Fuse.
Be wanting to like keep the name or whatever.
They're just keeping it. Maybe they're making a show with it. They're like, we have a better show idea for Fuse.
Yeah.
Or an anime.
Anime.
You know? Or maybe they saw Gotham Knights and they're like, we could do a better 4-player co-op game. Oh wait, Gotham Knights is only 2-player co-op. Which is shocking. Everyone thought it was 4, based on every fucking trailer
showed,
they
like,
ever
4 characters in every... Yeah.
In every single trailer. It's 2-player co-op only. Genesis. What? You want to know when I figured that out? Halfway through the 3rd review of it.
It's only 2-player. Why are they
it's only
advertising
2-player
it like
co-op.
it's 4?
And also, you don't unlock Glide until like 20 hours in for every character, and you have to do it for every single one if you want Glide.
So you gotta jump.
You saw a video I shipped?
Yeah, that video was making the rounds on Twitter before that, but I saw it.
Oh my god.
I watched the Digital Foundry breakdown. Yeah, but at the same time, like, they really should compare it to Arkham Origins, not Arkham Knight, because they were made by different studios. But at the same time, Gotham Knight should have not come out. Nobody wanted it. It didn't look good. Apparently, the writing's not that bad in parts. But based on the story cutscenes I've watched and stuff, I'm not for it. But I'm also not super against it, I guess.
The next rumor I got here is according to Snitch, Atomic Heart is launching in February of 2023. The team moved to Cyprus, and the game will allegedly launch on February 21st, 2023. Focus Home will be the worldwide publishers, as announced before. I don't know if anybody cared about Atomic Heart. I think, Adam, you talked about Atomic Heart.
Is this the one
yeah, that game looks really good.
This is the hot robot girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is because there were 2 where I was like, oh, this one's only... What's that other one that's like this? Like the Russian one?
what you call it? Stalker 2.
Stalker 2. Okay. So Stalker 2, I wasn't interested in. Atomic Heart, I was. So was Clamshell.
Yes.
He was interested in Atomic Heart as well. Because it
Yeah,
gave
this
me,
has
like...
been delayed.
It's
This was
been...
originally for 2022, but
Yeah, December.
I guess they gotta push it back to February
Apparently,
2023.
I think I saw a tweet where they confirmed that there's going to be an announcement of a release date tomorrow.
There is a reserved spot on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah.
Atomic Heart official release date trailer.
Yeah, they announced that. They confirmed it earlier today. So that rumor is confirmed. There's going to be a release date tomorrow. February is probable. Let's just pack February again. Just pack it full.
I'm impressed. If it's February, I mean, granted, I guess the game does look like it plays very well.
It
I
looked like
am
it was
ready
almost
for
done
people's
last
computers
time.
to explode because this game is very pretty.
Oh my god, my PS5 is going to cry. Oh, I'm so excited.
All right.
I hope it's good.
Next one. Possible alien mode / extinction in Modern Warfare 2. A couple of people glitched into seeing a couple of available emblems and calling cards. A lot of them are showing alien stuff on it. So that's what basically they're pulling this from, is that there might be an alien mode or extinction in Modern Warfare 2.
Or
Based
it's
on
a
the
hint
alien-themed
at a
calling
new
cards.
Call of Duty game. We're
Well, I mean, we're not gonna
finally
get one next
doing
year,
a Resistance.
No, this is probably actually probable because UFOs and all that have hit the mainstream again.
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
been
even
like
know that.
confirmed or some shit like that. Like the military started talking about this.
Oh,
Yeah,
like-
well, they
idea.
released
In
government
the
docs
real world.
like 2 years ago, and then more government docs were released. But then, I mean, people hear the word UFO and they're like, aliens. Not always the case. Almost probably never the case.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because, you know, if you don't recognize an aircraft, whether it be human or
It's a
not,
UFO,
you
yeah.
just called it a UFO, yeah. I had to explain that to my sister like a week ago, and she was like, well, that doesn't make sense, and it was like a 30-minute conversation. But whatever, neither here nor there. I know. She's smarter than any story I tell about her, I swear to God. Sometimes.
I refuse to believe it.
Sometimes
I
oxygen
believe you.
doesn't get to her brain, I think. I don't know what happened. She smokes a lot. But,
well, there you go. It's replaced.
Yeah. Always replaced. But yeah, I don't know. And UFOs are like kind of in the mainstream again, and then the movies are starting to be
History
about
Channel,
aliens
God.
again. History Channel's all about it all over again. History Channel kind of never let it go though. History Channel.
The History Channel's stupid now.
History
I
Channel's not history.
No.
It's Skeptics Channel now.
Yeah,
it really is. It's always the same thing. It's always aliens.
Yeah.
It's got
Dumb.
that guy on it.
That stupid
Oh,
hair guy.
what's in Skinwalker
Who
Ranch?
does every show.
Look at all these lights. Look at that mountainside.
Also, I like
There
those
were
shows.
lights reflecting.
Yeah, I like those shows
They
because
had a special power source. It was given to them by aliens.
it's so dumb. But every one of those shows is like, this case is still unsolved, and then you Google it, and it's like, yeah, it turned out the person who called in was high, or we actually recreated this by driving a car over here, and it reflected over here, and we saw lights in the sky, so that's what it was. It's like there's so many where it's like nobody knows what this is. Well, actually, if you just like clean up the video a little bit, you can kind of recreate this entire thing with like string and stuff. People are like, nah, those are headless walkers. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
But I'll believe this. I hate it, but I'll believe it.
I hate it as well. I'm with Kevin. No matter what he says, I'm with him. I'm this.
All right.
Not everything else.
Next one. PlayStation Discord integration. This is a little longer post, so I'll kind of just surmise it here. Sources have suggested that PlayStation's full Discord integration will take place when the version 7.0 update that is scheduled to take place on March 8th, 2023 happens. The clarification comes from sources following last week's update, which showed the PlayStation 4 and 5 integrations via Discord mobile app. Version 6.5 is scheduled to launch on January 19th, 2023, but nothing suggests that this is the Discord update. Due to the sensitivity of the source's employment, other reasons given as to why it's believed to be the Discord will not arrive until 7.0 and cannot be made public. PlayStation and Discord integration should be on March 8th if there are no changes to Sony's schedule. As of right now, Sony's schedule is all over the place, given there's no showcase still. So.
Yes, right now we have no idea what 2023 is going to look like.
I hope this is not true, because I have wild predictions for next E3.
Well, Kevin, bad news. Actually, you know what? No. You know what? You might be right about your wild predictions with E3. There's already rumors that Sony might return to E3.
Even if they don't, then it would be like whatever their conference is around that time.
Well, they never have a conference around E3 anymore. So,
That's fair,
but there's rumors that they will.
Predictions. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll talk about all that when we get closer.
I've got a wild prediction for Microsoft. I'm so ready.
Well, write it down because we won't talk about it for like 6 more months. So
tell me.
What? Well, you know what? Fuck it. Share it now if you want.
It's up to Kevin. Right. You want to share it now, you can. If you want to hold it, hold it.
That's why I said share it now if you want.
Microsoft at E3 is going to come out. They're going to show freaking Starfield again because that game still won't be out.
You laugh,
it'll look great. It'll look great. It'll run great. It'll actually have like decent frame rate and not be choppy as shit. And then after it shows, they'll be like, yeah, look what Bethesda did for us. Oh, by the way, don't worry about Activision Blizzard. No, I think after they show off Bethesda's Starfield, they're going to be like, listen, guys, we apologize. We were going to try to get a whole bunch more games out to you. We still haven't come back on that. But guess what? We're going to make up for it right here, right now, by revealing all kinds of freaking games that are going to be on Xbox Game Pass. We're going to reveal Indiana Jones. We're going to reveal freaking, I don't know what the hell else they're going to have on their docket by then. But they're just going to start hitting games on the Game Pass. And then, at the end, they're going to talk about Activision Blizzard. Oh my god, because maybe by then they'll actually have the whole deal resolved.
It should close by then.
But probably not.
It should close before then.
And then everybody's going to be like, wow, this company's still relevant. And
Call of Duty just made $800 million in a weekend.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's the biggest Call of Duty launch ever, so that company is still very relevant.
Oh, yeah.
So. Yeah. I can't. I
or
just,
Call of Duty is still very relevant. I don't know about Activision.
There you go.
Is that all of your prediction?
I had more specifics, but I forgot what they all were. So.
Kevin, your prediction so far is Xbox is going to be like, sorry, we do bad. Your game on Game Pass.
Yep.
Pretty basic prediction.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they really apologize all that often. So
no, they do. Phil Spencer's been making the rounds apologizing, being like, hey, Game Pass is down on console because we haven't put out first party, and we're aware of that. We're trying to get games out, and PC grew by 159%. Also, now if you subscribe to 2 people on Twitch, you get PC Game Pass for 3 months.
Also, Game Pass is not as profitable as y'all think. We gotta raise the prices, bitches. See you later.
I mean, that'll happen eventually. But
stupid ass people.
It's just, probably still.
Man, remember when you were all about that Microsoft train?
When I was all about the Microsoft train?
No, I'm talking Genesis.
I was all about the Microsoft train?
Oh, yes you were, my dear guy.
What?
Please clarify.
Oh, was that? Yeah, when I was predicting E3 stuff?
No. That was when Game Pass was a thing, and Microsoft was doing all these. Oh yeah, we got this first party game, this first party game, this first party game, and you're like, wow, PlayStation's got nothing. PlayStation sucks. Oh my
Oh,
god,
Oh
that's
yeah,
Microsoft's
when
amazing.
that's what
I
And
Genesis.
we were all like, you are my man. None of these games are gonna see the light
Yeah,
of
but
day
then
by
the
like the
week
end of the
a
year.
week later, he was like, "Yeah, PlayStation's got Spider-Man 2, so fuck you, Xbox." Like that's just Genesis. That's just what he does.
that was just that was just me being me. That's when
Yeah.
Sony doesn't
Yeah,
come
but
out
I'm
with
trying to
something and I
help
get
you, so
upset.
you're not like this again. See, Microsoft's not a good
No, no,
company.
no, Kevin.
They didn't release shit.
Kevin, I'm going to tell you right now. For anyone on this podcast to change, they have to remember who they are. And this is a podcast starring myself and 3 people with dementia. So it's not going to happen. I appreciate you trying to assist. And I just refuse to change because no one's ever going to remember how I am. So it doesn't matter. I can stay the same. No one will know if I changed. Fucking
Anyway, what was the actual rumor here?
some dumb shit.
Okay.
Xbox fucking boxing their exes, you know what I mean?
No, that was
Oh
PlayStation
no, it
Discord
was
integration.
Discord integration. I don't think it's that close, personally.
March? You don't think March? It said next year. Or they said
I
next
know.
year. Kevin, I'm gonna, I kind of agree with Kevin in a way. But just to be a contrarian, I'm gonna go, yeah, I believe this. I think March is too late, honestly. I mean, Xbox already has Discord integration, and they finally updated it where you don't need the phone app anymore. You just create a Discord party on your Xbox. So,
Can you connect with PC and everything?
yes.
Nice.
Yeah, they finally fixed that, so it wasn't some dumb shit.
Can I connect my dick into your ass?
Now, that is something we'll have to discuss off
It
the
depends what you mean
podcast.
by the word connect.
Yeah, that's again something we'll have to discuss off the podcast because there's a lot of clarification needed. We got to work out the logistics of the connecting the dicks in the ass. Now, I say Discord integration is coming. I just hope it is revolutionary. I mean, Discord chats are cool and all, but at the same time, like, who am I
It will be,
talking
though.
to? Are we going to talk to
No,
Kevin on
well,
PC?
here's the thing.
Is that what we're going to
Yeah.
do? Is that it?
Here's the thing. Well,
How does this change my life?
Crossplay. It doesn't change yours at all.
No, okay, so that's where I agree. But also,
Well,
the most Googled term this weekend was how to turn crossplay off in Call of Duty.
Right.
Because people didn't want to play against people on PC.
Yeah.
So.
Which
Crossplay,
because I play on PlayStation with the keyboard and mouse, so suck it, everybody.
Well, not everyone's gonna fucking do that. They're gonna be like, I got my haptics and my triggers, and I don't own a keyboard or a mouse.
That's me.
You don't own a keyboard or a mouse?
I mean, it's attached to my tower that I haven't turned on in 8 months.
I gotta be honest. I have like 9 keyboards and like 4 mice.
You should get rid of that rodent problem. You should call a cat, and that'll get rid of that rodent problem for you.
Oh, first of all, that's not always true.
Yeah, cats sometimes just hang out with them. I saw a video of one sitting on its back, but it was like a dodo video, and it was really sweet, and I kind of teared up. But anyways, unrelated. I'm a man.
Yeah, this is the same man who's gonna cry about Mimir dying.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Spoilers. Destinoto, shut your ears. Good. Anyways, no, you're good.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
We all know that Kratos is going to come to America. All right, that's the end of the game.
Kevin, it's too late. But anyways,
he's going to start crossing the Rainbow Bridge, and it's going to turn into the Golden Gate Bridge.
Now he's going to cross the Delta, and he's going to put his leg up.
And then Sarah Palin comes out.
I hope to God not.
It should be like, I can see Canada from my backyard, or whatever it was.
Russia,
that's it.
Yeah, how could you forget, Kevin? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. John McCain, I'm glad you died. Anyways.
Wow.
I'm glad most old people die. Oh God, why am I forgetting his name? John Mulaney said, old people shouldn't be allowed to vote. You don't get to order for the table and then leave. And I like that. I'm a big fan of
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
down with that. Sure.
100%. So I think there should be a cutoff at like 13. But like, I don't think
Wow.
anybody should be allowed to vote. King me, daddy. You know what I mean? Let me be the king.
Wow.
Let me be the
this.
king.
I want this.
Let me be the
Anyway,
king. And I will execute Desonoto for not finishing God of War. And that's my first order of business.
what was this thing that we were talking about again?
It doesn't even matter. Nobody cares.
Oh, we're
I
still on
didn't-
Discord. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All
no. So with all the different cross-play things, it'd be awesome if like you could just hop on Discord and chat with everybody, because then I could play stuff on PC and chat with people on console or vice versa.
I don't want to talk to you when you're on PC. That's when you lie to me, where you say, I'm heading off for the night, and then you pop on PC.
Yeah.
Now you can't
Yeah.
do that. We'll always see you on.
See, that's good for you, Adam. That's
No.
changing your life.
No. There
Yeah, but
needs
that
to be
also
separation
means-
of church and state.
Yeah, but see, it also means I could be like, yo, I feel like playing Destiny, but also I want to hang out with everybody. And
it
also,
could mean
Genesis, you want to join me on Destiny? Because we can just talk on Discord. And I don't have to have my headset hooked up to the PS5 to talk to y'all. Have earbuds in to listen to the PC sound.
This sounds like a great thing for Kevin, and I'm against that, because I like Kevin's suffering. Because it keeps him limber and young. The more Kevin gets used to...
Hold on, you want to take back the limber? Have you heard my knees?
Kevin, I got up at work today, and my knee popped so loud, this one girl took off her headphones and was like, was that your knee? That's how loud it was. She had an earbud in, and I heard her music. That's how loud my knee popped. And it wasn't even the knee facing her. It was the knee, like, it was really loud. But, anyways, it sounded like a sneeze. Or a cough. It was so loud. But I like if Kevin becomes too relaxed, then Kevin dies. Alright? Kevin's gonna be that guy who just sits in a chair for 72 hours and he finally stands up and a blood clot goes to his brain and he dies. And honestly, I don't want that for Kevin. I need him to get up, move his PS5, put in his earbuds, forget where the cord is, plug in the wrong cord, scream, go, and then throw up sound, but not throw up. Then start the game, play one match and go, this game sucks. Move the PS5 back so he can watch YouTube, then get off because he starts to fall asleep. Then come back on an hour later just to hang out with us. That's what I like, alright? I don't like this simple, easy life Kevin's about to live. So I'm going out there. I'm starting a petition. I got 2 signatures so far. Desonoto, thank you for signing. And also, I will forge everybody else's signature, just like I did Desonoto's. There's no proof of that.
It's going to be real confusing when my signature's on there.
Kevin, you're the one who created the petition.
Oh.
You know, you're like...
Petition against myself. All right.
Discord made me fat, is what I'm going to call it. And they're going to be like, sir, you're not even fat. You got a weirdly round belly. What's up with that? What's going on here?
Isn't that a petition for you, not Kevin?
No, we're petitioning Sony to drop Discord.
Oh.
Down a flight of stairs.
A flight of stairs. I think even if you threw Kevin down a flight of stairs, he'd just get right back up and say, I need to go play Destiny at that point.
Oh, wait, hold
on.
No,
that's over
story
with.
First.
Oh, it's got a knee story
first. So my knee the one time, it didn't like pop loudly. It was an aggressive pop. And I was kneeling on the floor, and a friend of mine had his feet on the floor, sitting on a couch on the opposite side of the table here.
And you broke his feet.
No, he was like, oh my God, I felt that. Was your knee? Was that your knee? And I was like, yeah.
I'll tell you what, when a knee pops on the floor, it sounds like someone either farted on a hardwood floor or like a bone broke. because it's always that like aggressive, like just like what the hell was that? Did somebody just knock at the door? No matter what kind of floor you're on, it always sounds like that. And when you get up, you're like, I'm dying, I'm dead. That was an air bubble that popped, and it's killing me. Man, knees, wild.
I'm ready. Give it to me, Daddy. Next.
All right, bend over. I'm gonna give you one. Hang on. Naughty Dog's upcoming Last of Us multiplayer will likely be free to play, according to a couple of their job skills that are required for this game. Proven experience in a production role supporting a AAA free-to-play live title. Experience in customer support, player support, or community management, working with networking server or online processes.
I'd be more shocked if this wasn't free.
I think it's not going to be free.
Well, Sony has said they want live service games. This mode was promised in The Last of Us Part 2, so some people still feel like they bought Last of Us Part 2 and they should have every right to this. So I'm curious to see if this is backwards compatible, like if it's going to be on PS4, which we'll see. So that might be its own backlash. But yeah, no, this definitely is going to be a live service transaction multiplayer game.
Can I transact you?
Only on Sundays.
Okay.
Interesting. A lot of things are closed on Sundays, but this one's only on Sundays.
Kevin, this one's for you. I'm
ready.
Silent Hill Townfall is apparently going to be set in the world of PT. So the leak is that... okay, hold on. There's a screenshot of this. Oh, damn. Okay. Apparently, you are going to be walking through the same house as you are going through in PT in Townfall as one of the gameplay segments in the game. This is what they uncovered in that release trailer that they showed, where he said you need to go back and take a look if you missed anything. This was one of the screenshots somebody captured. Same hallway, same door.
Alright.
What do you think? Are you in for it or are you not in for it?
Oh, I'm a guy. Listen, the observation was really fun. I have full faith in no code. I'm intrigued. I need to see more to know if I'm going to actually buy this game or not, because I want to know how it plays. But, like, Observation played in a very unique way, where you played the freaking ship's AI, and I loved it. So, I'm pretty sure I'll be checking this game out.
Okay.
I have a question.
If that is the case, I'm already down for it, yes.
So... doors and buildings look very similar. So are people just guessing, or is it like literally like the same colors, the same everything? Because like the house in PT is pretty generic.
Well, I mean, I don't think we've seen that house elsewhere.
Well, people were fooled by the door in Returnal. Remember? They thought that hallway, they're like, oh my god, this is PT.
You're not wrong.
That's why I'm like, what is a giveaway factor that actually is like, this is definitely the PT hallway? Like, what is that? Because, again, doors, in video games especially, a lot of them use the same assets.
I guess nothing at this point. Okay. PT is a generic house.
Cool.
So, yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that.
I mean, hey, I hope this is real for you guys. Also,
thank you. No, I'm going back to the freaking trailer to watch every freaking frame. You piece of shit.
I hope this is real for you guys, but at the same time, do you guys really want this to be in the PT world?
Yes.
Even if Kojima's not a part of it, because I would assume people want PT because of Kojima, not the other way around.
Kojima's already given me what I wanted. I need Death Stranding 2 now, please.
Already confirmed by the actor.
Yeah, I need more. I want to see a trailer. I want to be scared shitless for Death Stranding too. I was already scared for the first
I
one. I'm
I
not
don't know. I just
scary for the second one.
so would you care? What if Konami was like, we're making PT, but Kojima's not part of it? Everybody would be excited for it.
No, I don't want that. I'm
Okay.
happy with the reference in the game for PT. Like, oh yeah, we're connected to the world of PT, but it's not PT. That's fine. That's okay. If I could see Lisa one more time and just see her beautiful face one more time, I think that's great.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I don't want another PT game though.
You guys
Kojima
have
can write a
become
PT
DC
game.
fans.
Is that what we've become?
Yeah, because like a DC movie will come out, it'll be bad, but then you'll see a reference from the comics, and you're like, oh my god, I love everything about this.
I mean, listen, Black Adam meeting Superman, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. It's not really in the movie; it's an after credit scene, but like,
Which is fine.
a truer comparison would be like a Doctor Fate thing, of like nobody can touch his helmet, and it's like, oh my god, or like when he talks about the legions of like the Legion of Council of Wizards or whatever the fuck he says, and people are like, oh my god, that's such a deep lore reference, like holy shit. But then they go, this character's story has nothing to do with anything, and his powers are kind of little, they're not treated with the most respect. Because the movie's written by a 13-year-old. But, like, you're still happy because he's there. So, interesting.
This movie was created in 2007.
Well, it started to get worked on in 2007. And it started with a miscast. So.
It was birthed in 2007.
I know.
Alright. Formally canceled World of Warcraft mobile game by Blizzard is apparently still under development.
This one's for Kevin, too.
Yeah, they're not done with mobile games. They're making a World of Warcraft mobile game.
Yeah,
I think it might more be for Desonono.
Yeah. So it's basically, according to the job postings on the developer's website, it says the World of Warcraft spin-off mobile game was reportedly canceled earlier due to financing issues, but Blizzard quite likely still has that title under development at job posting on the dev's website for senior principal pipeline technical artist for unannounced Warcraft mobile project.
I have a question.
Still there. Yes.
I have a question for Kevin and a question for Desonono. The first question is for Kevin. Kevin, how much do you think it would cost in this World of Warcraft mobile game to unlock a good item?
Ooh, World of Warcraft mobile. Let's see here. To unlock an item.
A good one.
A good item.
$89.
I think with the way that it works, especially with some of the knowledge. Hold on, with some of the knowledge that I have for World of Warcraft, where like certain artifact weapons, you needed other things prior in order to actually get the artifact weapon in the first place, and you had, I think, there were like a few quest lines also associated with it. And given what Diablo Immortal has done, I feel like it's going to be like pay $30 to get this mythic weapon, pay another $40 to get the artifact weapon, and then after you complete that quest line, pay another $70 to get the artifact weapon itself. That's right, pay us after you do the work, and then we'll finally give you the item.
Okay. Wow, you don't think they'd leave it up to chance?
No.
Okay. Alright, cool. And then question for you, Desonoto. World of Warcraft mobile game come out. What if it comes out tomorrow? Would you try it?
Probably not.
Alright, interesting. Okay. Now,
I don't really have any interest in WoW.
Follow-up question. Is it more likely you'll play that or God of War?
Probably God of War.
Interesting. We'll see if this comes true. God of War, well, Desonoto will be God of War before this World of Warcraft mobile game comes out.
better question.
Even he doesn't know.
Is he going to be God of War before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out?
How's that a better question?
Because Kingdom Hearts 4 has no date as of yet.
Neither does this mobile game.
Listen. Shut up.
What?
My last one here, I think. Last one, I think. I'm pretty sure.
It's getting kind of late, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Last one I got here. Square Enix trademarks Symbiogenesis, a possible new Parasite Eve game. The reviving Parasite Eve.
Kojima coming back. Hot diggity dog. Let's go.
What it means, symbiogenesis, according to Wiktionary, or however you say that, is merging of two separate organisms to form a single new organism. It is the basis for the story of Parasite Eve.
Well, these Parasite Eve rumors are dumb, and they've been ongoing for like 2 years, because it started as a joke on a podcast. And ever since then, people have looked into it, played the original, and now just joke about it and make up rumors constantly. I believe this is 100% factual, and I would bet Kevin's life on it.
Oh my god.
Interesting turn of events there. I'll take a Parasite Eve reboot. I've never played the original, and I want to try it.
It's pretty wild. Honestly, look up the first cutscene. It's pretty wild.
I've heard nothing but good things.
I don't know if it's aged well, but it's pretty wild. It honestly seems like your type of game.
Oh yeah.
That's to note, if they make the character thick, it might be your type of game. But other than that, I think you should stay away.
There's this one YouTuber I watch that does reviews on like very niche horror and anime games, and he did a whole I think like an hour-long video on the Parasite Eve games. His name's Tarks Gauntlet. Tarks Gauntlet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any good?
Pretty cool dude. What the videos or the?
Yeah, like did you think like the games looked any good? The videos are good if you're recommending it.
I don't remember. I watched it a while ago.
Okay.
Like a year or two ago.
Alright.
But he's a cool dude.
Tarks
Canadian
Gauntlet.
guy.
We'll have to look into that. Kevin, boot up the computer. Look up Tarks Gauntlet. Get to watching Parasite Eve videos. And if you weren't paying attention for the last 2 minutes, you're going to be very confused. All right,
and that, folks, wraps us up for another episode of Crafting a Chat. As usual, you'll catch us every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on twitch.tv/craftingachat, on youtube.com/startingtoolate. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, probably for what may be Adam's most anxious podcast ever, as he just awaits the minutes before God of War Ragnarok releases.
There was that one time where I was, like, falling. I was pretty anxious.
I think this will be it.
Pretty anxious right
As
now.
usual, everybody be safe
Didn't
out
we
there.
say that about Horizon?
Yeah, I don't. Genesis thinks I'm a 12-year-old boy, doesn't know how to control his emotions when games come out. You know, bigger things in life happen. All right, bigger things in life happen. All right, just you know what? Oh my God, it's almost here! I'm pretty excited. Horizon's my Gotti, so that's what it's got to win. It's got to. Horizons to lose.
There's gonna be things that make you squeal, make you cry, and make you understand where your cum comes from.
You make me squeal, Daddy. I'm sorry. I was talking Kink.
All right, folks. Everybody take care. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Be safe out there. See you later, people. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.